Okay, so we're back again. I don't know how much of that came out, but I lost all my monitors and my OBS just went, oops. So, hi, my name's Karsh. This is everybody, and we all love Leah, and I'm sorry to see you go, but we'll probably see if we can clip the first part on top of this to go, look, we love you, Leah. And yes. So yeah, I was just explaining the new just explaining the new system for the donations. If you donate $1 or 100 bits, it goes to people. It goes to gives someone a D4. If you then do $2 or another $1, so if you do another $1, it goes to D6 and ramps up. If you donate to someone else, the donation goes to to the other person, and it's removed off the other person, of the first person. So the only one's active at a time. And if it gets to a D20, if it gets past D12, it comes to me as a D20, and I'll probably use it. I think that's the shortest way of putting it. Yeah, just a shout out to the sound. We use Sirenscape for our sound in the background. And I think that's everybody. There we go. There we go. And we'll also we'll do our quick introductions as well. So Marco.
Hey, I'm Mark. I'm Sky. I play Kip the Cobalt Fighter. Did we actually completely lose the first half, or
may have completely lost it, just in case?
Okay, yeah, I'm Kip the Cobalt Fighter. We're shopping, I guess. Here we go. Wahoo!
Yeah.
Here we go.
Will.
Oh yes, my name is Will. I play the human Kadan cleric, and yeah, we're going shopping. Love you, Leah. Let's do this.
Yeah. And for once, you made the mistake. I'm cool. Peach.
Peach. I play Tiefling Rogue. Violet, I love you lots. Happy Pride.
Yep.
It's time to be gay. Or anything else you ever fall under. And we're gonna go.
Yeah. Just be yourself. And yes, unfortunately, it's had to leave the show. We love you. You're always welcome back. Yeah, you're always welcome. So you've been amazing.
I forgot that happened earlier.
We all love you. Yeah. So we're going to start our scene. Yeah, we'll start our scene as you return home from an extended outing in the countryside, over and under the Sumber Hills. You notice one massive difference in town, and the difference is a large hole in the centre of town, a chasm situated right outside the front door of the Swinging Sword Inn. So close. Yep.
No, I'm just reacting. Please continue.
So close to the building that the front door has actually got a closed sign hanging on the side. So has a closed sign hanging from the swinging sword above the door. So you have to enter the building from the rear. Inside the swinging sword, the staff are sitting at tables amongst them. Start talking amongst themselves, with no customers in sight in the common room. When you arrive, many of them spark up with excitement, but it's only Kalesa, the owner, who addresses the group and warmly welcomes you home. She personally escorts you up to your rooms and tells you of the events of what's been going on.
What on earth happened?
Why is that?
Things are different. I don't like change.
Don's gonna freak out.
Yeah.
He's been through enough.
So,
and did we take our refugees with us?
I know you've been putting them elsewhere.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, are they with us? Just like these guys, they won't be able to handle change either.
So she says we've been hearing rumors about your adventures, and we've actually been informing the staff to offer free drinks for those telling of your adventures.
That's awfully kind. Thank you.
Yeah. We even had a bard come through singing songs about the group, and stayed for a few days. It was actually packing the hall. It was great. There has been one thing I should mention. We've had to sell Robolds. People have been asking more and more about the group, and we've been selling Robolds alcohol. We've been selling it overpriced. It's okay. We've got a nice little coffer, and we've ordered your apprentice to. That's
not alcohol. That's poison. That stuff will kill people.
What, of an oil?
I don't.
Kip,
that is.
You're missing the big picture here. One, we have a song now, you guys. We have a song. Two, what's our profit on that exactly?
You're not going to make a profit if you kill the customer base. They can't come back for more. That's basic economics.
I mean, they bought it, so...
Robo
you want them to
whose profit?
You said you sell it, right?
It's my alcohol.
It's Robold's alcohol.
No, this is Robold saying it's my alcohol. Whose profit, so?
Oh, it's all of our profits. I believe as a group we share the money.
Yeah, it's from joint
that's
ventures.
not how this works.
But this is my alcohol, which has been sold, so it's my profit. I'm sure that's how it works.
Okay, fine. Where is Robold's alcohol money?
So what about sharing all the sort of gold you've pinched from people's pockets? You never share any of that.
How dare you insinuate I'm a rolling pocket picker? I don't pick anyone's pockets but my own, mister. Listen, I'm not a pocket pincher. I don't go around doing that. That's beneath me. I'll have you know.
So this group, we share whatever we want to share. Robots, you can have whatever.
It's very little.
Yeah, it's very little. We have very little between all of us, but
we share very little.
Kalesso continues on the way up to the rooms. This is the first time she's actually personally taking you to your rooms. But she continues, but you probably want to know about the hole and the ruins found beneath the city.
Most definitely.
Or beneath the town.
Ruins as well.
Yeah. Well, after business was doing well one night. After business was doing well one night, there was a almighty crash on the street. Before I could stop people, several of the patrons ran out onto the street to investigate. Well, you see how close the hole is to the door. They fell in. So he sent the staff out to get Holbrook, who led an expedition with his men. And, now we don't know what they found down there. The patrons were okay. Everyone was good. Like, everyone's brought up and safe.
Okay, thank goodness.
The Holbrook hasn't really said anything. We do know that Grund was found down there. And Maleko has been arrested, and her stoneworks has been shut down. But if you want to know more, you'll have to speak to Holbrook. But he's not speaking to. He's not spoken to anyone, and none of his men are even talking. So even one of the girls is sweet on one of them, and she hasn't gotten any information for us. But we're trying. So,
if I could, I respect that you're trying, and I really love that you're telling us all this information. Right now, that's not going to be our priority. A promise was made to me by Mr. Kadan himself, and that promise is going to be kept. So when we get back, we will. Hey. I will fight both of you, and I will lose. That promise will be kept. So that sounds like an adventure, but that is
promise
an
is that?
Back.
We're going shopping.
Oh God.
Yeah. We're gonna get drunk. We're gonna go shopping. We're gonna have so much fun.
Wait. Where? Where do you propose we go shopping?
There's only one place to go shopping. Obviously.
I need to call the carts, but we're gonna it's gonna
This might actually work out because we have a captive. We still got a captive cultist.
You do.
I feel this whatever's going on in this valley is a bit beyond us. I suggest we take it to some higher ups in Waterdeep, present them with the cultist, just tell them what we know, and then we can go from there and we can sort of, I don't know, if they still need our help, and we can then stock up on equipment. That's a good idea. Yeah.
Skip's talking, so Tail is just gonna go right to cover his mouth.
Why?
That like work. We are not doing any work. I am tired of work. We are going to have fun. We will deal with work when we're done. We are going to have a nice vacation.
So we work hard and we play hard. I understand.
It's literally gonna be. We just take the prisoner, spend like.
We can do that.
Like an hour, 1 hour, just handing him over to the authorities, telling them what we know, and then going on our way.
Exactly.
Okay, we can do that, but let's not talk about it. So wants her fun.
All right. You can go and just ignore the fact that we're doing anything else. Just go, and then we'll.
I'm very involved in this cultist nonsense too, but we will do that and then completely forget about it for the next however long we're gonna party in Waterdeep.
Yes, fine, definitely so. We will do it. We need to finish up what we started. We need to talk to.
No. Kip takes the lead. Kadan takes the lead whenever it's necessary. So's gonna take the lead on this one. This is So's leader time. I don't want.
You're always talking to people. What are you talking about?
So's leader time. So's leader time. My leader time. Shush. Can we call a cart, please?
It is late. Perhaps some dinner and some. I can send word to the bathhouse to have some baths prepared for you.
And that sounds fantastic.
I can make sure
that really does.
And I can make sure. So
I've got dirt stuck under my scales that must be weeks old.
So.
Oh, Kip, you've grown so much. But no, cart as soon as possible. We'll do the bath. We'll do the food. I've missed the barbecue. Please tell me there's still barbecue.
The place is closed. We haven't there's only a couple people staying here, and that's because they say they know you. So we'll send word to Hayless's bathhouse, and have them expecting you, and make sure everything's nice and ready for you. We'll have the beds ready for you once you're returned, and perhaps, our kitchens are closed. We can have food in the morning for you now that you're here. But I think that there's your best for tonight is to head off to Helmet High Sung. There's some people waiting for you. They've been here for days.
Who's waiting for us?
They say they know you. They've been telling stories. So,
is it a very sort of? Oh no, because out of character, you can't use those characters anymore. I'm not sure.
No, I can use some characters, but no, it's not. You would know if Driscoll was about. Like the last time Driscoll was in town, there was posters everywhere. He took over the town and spent a bucketload of money.
Makes sense.
So it's gonna start marching away with dirt all over her face, like a barely patched up wound, just on her way. Brightest smile on her face, though. The biggest, toothiest grin.
And Thervain is taking the prisoner or the captive to Helbrix.
That sounds like a great idea.
To be strung
up. Wait. Yeah, sure. Can I drop off some clothes to the laundry, please?
Thervain, can you take care of the prisoners actually, and we'll get Robold to take the captive, because Robold has the bit of a rougher touch.
That is true.
You're very gentle, sweetie.
Yeah. What was that you were saying, Will?
Oh, I want laundry done. That's it. We're back in the city. I want laundry done. take out my 8 extra robes and I take this to the laundry place.
It'll be arranged.
Perfect. Thank you.
Just like the baths and everything else. And as you're heading off, you're welcomed home by Kaylessa. So thank you for. It's good to hear you're safe and you're back.
I'm gonna give Kaylessa a big hug. Oh, we're gonna see our kids.
What do you mean your kids? Wait, what do you mean our kids?
Our kids.
What?
You know, little Sue and Ford. I don't remember all the names they went by.
Yeah, they're not. That's not their names. They had names given to them by their parents.
That's the names they're going by, and that's what I'm going to respect. Anyway, let's go. We have so many people waiting. I'm just so excited to be home.
Yes.
Like all the grogginess from the trip, everything, that grudging walk, all of it's just
all gone.
Let's meet let's meet the people that are waiting for us first. And
yes, I think that's probably the best idea.
Well, it is late. You're arriving essentially in town early evening. So after you having a relaxing bath, you're feeling hungry, and you head off to the Helmet High Sung. As always, the Helmet High Sung is a dark establishment. It's a large drinking hall with a second level, which is used by the locals as well. But even in the brightest day, it's a dark building. There's a scattering of torches around the sides and lanterns, but it's still kept quite dark inside.
I'm gonna, as soon as we walk in, I'm gonna use thaumaturgy and to brighten up all the torch lights.
Boy, here we go.
There we go.
And Kip, you usually like this place because it is dark during the day, but now it's not. Yeah.
I'm kind of used to it a little bit. As long as it's not direct sunlight, I'm usually fine.
A cheer actually goes off when you enter the. When you announce your presence. So a large cheer goes off for the locals celebrating your return, and you're welcomed in. A table is cleared for the hero's return. We get
a song. We get a table.
You know, there's one time in my life I would have done anything for this kind of attention, but now it's somewhat sad.
Oh.
It just feels like it's a bit too much, honestly.
No work, no sad, no work, happy good times. We're back!
And you're given the finest drinks from the bar. And you're told that a platter of fresh food will be brought out to you, with the explanation of those who order the food can wait a little longer for another batch.
I have to do that. That's so sweet. We have a song. We have a table.
So throughout the night, the mood is jovial. The locals come and ask you questions about the orc invasion, the Manticore battle, when you flew great dragons, the mines when you freed 100 prisoners from an evil necromancer, battles with pirates, and even more adventures that may never have actually happened. But these are the stories that have been going around town.
I'm just gonna let So do all the talking.
Yeah, no, it's absolutely spreading these stories, making them like grander. At one point during one of the stories, she just gets on the table, swipes a sword from her thing, and just swings it around for emphasis for what's going on in the story.
Oh my! Careful! Jeez.
And then I rode a land shark. It was awesome, you guys. And
that bit's actually true. Believe it or not, that bit's actually true.
And then Kip, he did acting. It was really cool. He was like, "Oh, hail the fire!" And then whoosh, he attacked him. It was so cool. And then Kadani, you should have seen Kadani. He was so awesome. And then Thervain, he went like a bear. And he was, and then she's just going on and on. Story after story.
And everyone is just listening and rapt and cheering and drinking, and the mood is good. After being out for such a long time, the mood's good, even though some of you are not feeling it.
Oh yeah, very very.
Probably after a few drinks I would be, but
Yeah. Well, you're given the best drink from the bar.
Best drinks.
Yeah.
Was definitely more than a little tipsy by the time they leave.
Yep.
I am very small. I shouldn't have this much. It's I'm feeling lightheaded.
Yep. Kip, you're actually approached by a young elf who's been listening to the stories, but mostly in the background. When things quieten down and between stories and between So jumping up on the tables, she says that she saw you once at one of the human settlements with the orcs out in the fields. She was part of the force that was ordered to protect the farmers as they returned to town, to the town of Belliard.
You saved us. We would have died if not. Thank you.
She says, "Well, it was more my kin. I was just a part of the scouts in the area. We came in quite late."
Don't sell yourself short. Trust me, I know I'm short. I'm good at selling myself short. Don't do that. It's not. It makes you feel bad. So you gotta be your best self. You helped. You saved us. Your friends did as well, but you did just as much.
She goes on to explain, it's like, well, it wasn't us that saved the farmers. We came in late. We were hearing the stories of the farmers as we were taking them to the town, and the way that you all just charged into battle, charged past the orc encampment to save those people facing death.
Just take the fucking compliment.
So
listen, like everyone, and I'll kind of ding, ding, ding.
She looks quite young.
I want to sing a song, and the song is dedicated to my friends, my savior, and this whole fucking town, this valley. And he'll kind of start, he'll do the classic. Etiarello endorena utulien sino me maruan alinia tenamba meta, and just have a nice night.
So it's been a giggly mess, and after like the fifth story, she just goes up to get on, just all smiles, and this is like her seventh drink, and she's like, Kip had an accident. We should probably.
He'll be fine. He'll be fine. So it's gonna be fine. It's fine. It'll be okay. It's all good. She's having a good time.
You should drink more. It's so fun. It's so fun.
I'll drink more of this.
From the ground, you hear, don't let me get vomit on my book.
So, through all the celebrations and through everything going on, and you have been given much too much alcohol as well throughout the evening. You notice a young girl in the corner, sitting in partial darkness, sitting by herself. She's not really she's paying attention to all the stories, but she's not really joining into the festivities. And every time that she's always looking in your direction, and every time you look at her and your eyes match, she turns away shyly. and she's watching all night long, but she, like, every time as you see her, she just turns away as if not to look at you.
Snow has been off-key singing. She has been telling stories. She's been hugging people nonstop. So, like, after the billionth time of this game of chicken, she's just gonna go up to this girl, wrap her arms around her, give her a tight hug. She's like, you need to let listen. It's a fun night. It's been so fun.
Hi. She says, "Hi, I'm Cot," and she stops short. It's like correcting herself, and even changes her accent. I'm Pepper. I'm totally not from Bargeright. I would never have heard of the trouble you caused there, or to the powers that own the place. So no, not at all. It's. I've been hearing stories about you.
Oh, so you're totally...
And she checks her pockets, visibly checks her pockets after being hugged.
Didn't take anything, but I'm gonna smile at her and like, oh, you're Pepper. Okay, so then if you're Pepper, I'm Barry, and I'm very glad to meet you. It's that thing I do when I say I'm so glad to meet you. I'm sorry. It's really funny. You gotta get better at lying, or otherwise people will know. But I love you. I love what you're doing. It's great. I'm gonna go over there now. Bye, Pepper. And I'm just gonna.
We'll pause there. We'll pause there and go back to Kadam.
Of course.
Of course. Kadan, you're also through the festivities. I'm sure you're not really joining in as much.
Not as much. I'm drinking as much as I need to. Just watching everyone else having a good time with a very slight smirk on my face.
Yeah.
As the night does go on, though, I just kind of seeing everyone start to get more drunk and drunk. I just quietly just unclip the amulet of health and just kind of put it in my pocket. And then I just start drinking and continue to drink.
Wow. Letting his robes down. Wow.
Yeah.
So you're also you're approached by a young man who's, by the looks of him, he's a farmer or shepherd, something along those lines. And he's in the mood of, like, the jovial mood as everybody else. But he sees you sitting by yourself, or not by yourself, but not really including yourself as much. And it's by the stage of where you've taken the amulet off and started drinking properly without the protection of the amulet.
Of course.
He says that he sits down next to you and says, "We met, a few months back near the Sumber Hills. You might remember the strange burial surrounded by arrows sticking out of the ground."
Yes, I remember. Yes.
My parents and my siblings were killed by bandits a few years ago. Their bodies were never discovered, but what you did for those people, those strangers on the hill, giving them a proper burial so that their souls could move on to whoever gods they worshipped during life, that was the right thing to do. I've given up hope of finding my family's graves, but I would like to learn how to give those the proper burial ritual that they need, that they deserve, wherever they are.
I take a quick I take a quick drink and I take a quick drink and I just kind of look at him. I just kind of put it down to the table, and I put my hand on his shoulder and I say, "That's why I became a cleric, to make sure people can move on from tragedy stuff."
And as you say that, and as you hear a scream that pierces the festivities. A woman's scream pierces the festivities, and everyone goes silent as you turn around and you see So lying on the floor, blood coming out of her mouth. You turn over, see Kip on the table that had been passed out for a long time. Again, blood starting to come out of his mouth, and you start feeling sick yourself, and everything goes dark.
Oh, snap.
A couple of days later. A couple of days later, you awake in a familiar sight in the, well, you recognize the building. It's one of the only stone buildings in town. It's the temple, the All Faiths Temple. It's daylight. There's a couple of people that are around you that are unfamiliar to you, but they seem to be taking care of you. Everybody is essentially in cots, except for Robold. He's standing in the corner, talking to somebody, and saying, "See, I told you, you don't drink with lightweights. It's only the lightweights that get poisoned like this." And that's where you wake up, in a back building on cots, and people tending to your wounds.
What happened?
Robold says, "You're poisoned, you fools."
What?
I knew your alcohol was too strong, Robold. I looked for my amulet.
It's still in your pocket.
Much better.
So Robold says, apparently Halbert's figured out that the person that does the wine cellar at the Helms, he's disappeared after that night. He's taken all his stuff. He's stolen a horse. Halbert thinks that he was maybe a spy for the people that we've been pissing off.
Oh, shit. This goes deeper than we thought.
At least we aren't dead, right?
No. The townsfolk and I dragged you across here, and the new staff here have helped out.
Did anyone else get poisoned? Was it just us?
Nope, it was just us. He'd been poisoning our drinks all night long.
Fuck.
And thankfully, of the new staff, we've got a priestess of Talano in town. So
okay.
she was able to counteract pretty much everything, but it's taken a few days.
Oh shit! Few days?
Yeah, a few days.
Well, you know what? Let's just say poison is just a minor inconvenience for us now. At this point, what anything else of note happened during town during extended nap, Robold?
Our prisoner has been killed.
Oh fuck!
Yep.
Classic, as always.
Yep.
Yes.
And I found out a little bit about the what's happened under the town. They found some old ruin that was under there. Something about moving stones. Halbert's really, really cagey about it, and won't tell me anything about the two arrests that they made. Like, won't say anything at all. But I think it may have something to do with what we've been dealing with.
Well, we can't get away from it. I think this is just something we need to take care of.
Well, Halbert's taking care of everything in town. He's not letting me go near anything. He's not telling me anything more than what I know.
Then we have to do some persuading then.
I've tried.
Some very hard persuading.
Wrong theme, but Robold said, "Look, I've tried. It's a town matter. He's taking care of town. He's made it clear since we've been here that We can operate outside of town, but in town, here's the law. So
We almost
Well,
died in
I-
this town, so
We need to get out of town
yeah, that's
ASAP. If they're after
So-
us, then they're gonna get all these innocent people roped up.
so.
need
Did you
a-
want to still want to go shopping? Shopping still?
We need to take a while to let the heat die off. I think. Let them.
I,
If we can let them think that we're dead, and then we take our time off in Waterdeep, and then hit them back, take them by surprise, that might be a valuable. That'd be a valuable way to do things. Go and restock. Get some better equipment in Waterdeep. Let them think that they succeeded in killing us, and then we come back and take them by surprise.
So you say a funerary procession back to Waterdeep?
No, nothing as big as that. Just
taking the bodies back.
maybe some great, yeah, like a cart, like just a single cart taking us back. Maybe not even that. Maybe just a few graves just outside town, some fake graves.
I just realized I was muted for a while. Hello.
Hi, welcome back.
So things that I've said is Pepper okay? I forget. And she would go to the side and grabs Kip's face, just give that a good lizard squish, and look at him and say, "You are not turning my fun shopping trip into a supply run."
well, we almost died. I know we can go shopping and stuff. It's been 2 days. We blacked out for 2 days.
Could you explain to me what is the difference between shopping and supplies? It's the same thing. You're shopping for supplies or other things. What?
You're going to find out the difference, Mister. Oh my head! I don't want that tone right now. I'm in pain.
You see the door slightly crack open to the room, and you see a couple of faces, and then it closes back again. And Pepper is one of the faces that you see looking.
So it takes.
So
We've
goes to the door.
Let's Kip, I do like your idea. We can definitely fake our own death. They saw us be poisoned once, and they already know we survived our poisoning, but, you know...
Where's Thervain?
Where's Thervain?
Thervain's in the room as well. Good.
Okay.
The Robold just says the town doesn't know anything. We've been keeping things quiet. We didn't know what we want to do. Jalen has been keeping things quiet. She's been tending to you, and it was close. She said that if the poison wasn't diluted between all of us, it certainly would have killed. But it came close to killing everyone. But
Shit.
It was strong. It was very, very, very powerful. But it was diluted between multiple people.
Did we consume all the poison?
Oh yeah.
Okay. There's no trace of it left anymore.
No, nothing was left.
Convenient.
But so nobody knows except for everyone in the room. Well, and he motions to the door, and those as well outside the door.
Right.
That's all that knows.
Well, I would say that was basically the price of fame. Honestly, we can't go around parading.
That's also why I was so, kind of a bit worried. Fame paints a bright, big target, like a target on your back.
Well, that's fun for a night. Let's stay low. Let's continue to stay low.
So the plan would be, let's get a wagon to take the bodies back to Waterdeep.
Yeah, sounds like a good idea.
Wagon's already.
Yeah, if people think
It takes
that
like
you are,
it takes like a week to get from Waterdeep to here.
Yep.
Anyway, so
I'll get we'll get two, and I think these young ones want to join as well. They've been talking to me, and I think they want to join the Silver Daggers, or at least help us out. So having them take the bodies, or take you all back to Waterdeep, or us back to Waterdeep, might work well. The town knows that I'm about and I'm alive, and Thervain is, but yeah.
Robold, so grief-stricken over the loss of 3 party members, has returned to Waterdeep to completely give up his life of heroing. I know it's not the best narrative for somebody as fabulous as you, but it's the only one I can come up with right now.
I don't think that's going to pass, but if you said if I shaved, no one would believe that one. So thank you for not at least saying that.
I believe that if Robold is the last member, we could still try and bait some of them to try and finish the job, obviously.
Let's not try to bait anything for the moment, Robold says.
yeah, I think we should lay low for a little bit.
Lay low, yes. Let's lay low. Let's get to Waterdeep. Let's go.
Slowly lay low in water. I'm gonna go to the door and I'm gonna go open it on the little looky-loos.
Yep. There's a few people sitting there. Pepper amongst them.
Hi, I'm Amelia. It's so nice to meet you. You want to come in?
To all of them, or to?
All of them.
They all come in. They shuffle in.
You guys, this is. Go on, introduce yourself. And I'm gesturing to Pepper.
Pepper says, "Hi, I'm so." Oh no, wait. I'm Pepper, and yeah, I'd like to be a Silver Dagger. I found these people traveling through and hearing stories about everyone here, and thought that I'd like to join. I'd like to learn from you.
We're not currently hiring at the moment.
Boot camps in Waterdeep.
Yeah, but I appreciate the enthusiasm, and you can definitely, you know what? I kind of wouldn't recommend going with the Silver Daggers, only because if you want to be a hero group, you want to make money for yourself. And trust me, if you want to go, I'm gonna put my arm around it. If you want to go the lying, stealing, cheating route, you definitely want the money for yourself. I have to do the noble thing and be noble about it. But if I'm passing on some information, I'd recommend not doing it too. I'd take the training and run.
You do notice one of the group of these individuals, and it's the druid from the Dalmar Ranch. So the young druid in Dalmar Ranch is one of the group as well.
Hey, you're the farmhand's daughter!
Yeah.
You're the farmer's daughter!
Yes. And I can't remember the name. I've got it. Had all the names here, but unfortunately, if Leah's not going to be here, I didn't do the whole thing of Leah's name as well. But I had it all set up, but yes.
If you guys really want to be Silver Daggers, and you really want to put the effort in, well, you guys, I don't think they'd send a cart of dead heroes without some, armor.
And escorts?
Bodyguard!
So we can come?
Yep. Free bodyguards.
Yeah, by all means, come to Waterdeep, but we're not personally hiring. You need to talk to the actual guild.
To the recruiters, yes.
We're a bit of a walking disaster. So it's not exactly the safest to be with us, but we appreciate your thing. It's my head really hurt.
Yeah. So drink water, hydrate.
Oh, drink water.
Did we ever get that bath?
Yes, you did.
Okay.
You bathed and you went to drink and feast and celebrate and get poisoned.
Robles, if you're still walking around town, can you get the cart can you get my robes from the laundry, and then anything else we need, we should set off right away.
Well, we'll clear out the tavern, clear out the swinging sword, because your possessions would also have to be brought with the bodies. That makes sense. I will tell Kaylessa, because she will need to know, otherwise she's probably going to, do something. So, I'll make sure she knows, but no one else really knows what's going on. We'll keep it quiet. So it looks like we're going to Waterdeep, and unless there's anything else, we'll just skip scenes and move on to the entrance of Waterdeep itself.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah, sounds alright to me.
Unless you want.
All right. I want to say before they officially step into Waterdeep, like.
So thank you for the 100 jobs. The pretty marvelous group. I didn't see the rest of it. Was that a donation to someone though, Nia? A pretty hilarious group. I love the RP so far. Thank you. Thank you, Nia. And if you want to donate that to specifically one person, we're using the same 100 bits or $1 donation as we're using for the other shows. So
Go to Kip.
Just tell me who it wants to go
me?
to, and I'll put onto someone. But we are going to load up a map which you should never have seen before, at least in this circumstance.
Oh.
And it's a big one. Yeah, you're totally not stalking
look
us.
at that. Oh my god.
Is this how we transition to Dragon Heist? Is this how
Oh my god.
Thought this was a Prince of Apocalypse cast, but it turns out it's Blaze of Water.
You thought this was Apocalypse, but it was really me, Dragon Heist.
And Marco, the dice goes to you for the singing.
Thank you.
So in the other overlay, I'll get that across to you.
Where do I keep a tab for that?
I'll have it.
Okay.
I just actually move a dice onto you on the overlay.
Okay.
There you go. There you go. So you've got the dice, and it's a D4, so that can be used after a roll if you need for your saving throw skills and etc. etc.
Gotcha.
I also need to give you a map for your browser, which I'm just copying and pasting a link in Discord for you. I was keeping this one secret. That's the other one. There we go. So that may also be
interactive
useful.
map.
Interactive.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
So,
okay, whoa.
That one's a bit more detailed. You don't know everything going on.
But on the other hand, okay, whoa.
Yep. So
This is like Google Maps for D&D.
Yep. So we use added.org's Atlas of Waterdeep for our Waterdeep campaign. It's been amazing using that. All our cast members have had it, and it's pretty much everything listed. I do know of another project from, I think, 12-sided dice, which does work with the Scorched Dice group. He's doing a fully comprehensive Waterdeep, not just map but encyclopedia. Something like 700 plus pages of information he's sorting through. Massive project. But this is our Waterdeep map. So you come in from the north, from the high road, because, hey, the high road is the same road that goes directly into Redlark, where you live. The city itself, as you're approaching, it just gets larger and larger and larger, and the closer you get. And you've been here before, but it's still an immensely massive sight to see on the horizon as you approach. The wall itself just towers over the landscape, and the landscape falls away from the city in parts. The main gate, there's a huge lineup of just carts and merchants, and just you've been here before. It takes a good 20 minutes or good half an hour to hour.
I'm not originally, but I've lived about a few years in Waterdeep.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I know a general bit about it.
Yeah. So coming in through the north gate takes quite a bit of time because there's a lot of farms, a lot of merchants, a lot of carts, a lot of traffic coming through at the moment. They're searching all the carts, so if you have any contraband, they will find it. I'm assuming you don't have any contraband.
No, none here.
As we're there to the checkpoint, before then, so took some time to do a quick disguise. So she now just looks like your average milkmaid. Dark hair goes down to her back, like very, just like very blend in.
Okay.
Like a really bland outfit, brown eyes, just like you would not see this person. Maybe some freckles, but that's about the only distinguishing feature about this person that so has become.
Yep. Okay. As you get through the checkpoint finally, you get into the field ward. The field ward, it's the poorest of the poor. It's essentially one big slum of the city. If you know any history of Waterdeep, or if you've spent some time there, you'd know that the field ward, or the north gate and the inner gate, were just two separate areas with an emptiness in between. But as the city grew, the people still wanted some protection of the gates, so they started a slum between in the no man's land, and the slum is essentially where you go through from the north gate into the high road of the city. And as soon as you get from the field ward, though, you're into the north ward of the city, which is the most opulent side of the city. So the northern area, North Ward, Sea Ward, is where all the money is focused on. So you go through the poorest area, and immediately past the next gate is the most opulent area in the city.
So I was just looking around, sort of. And then,
What are you in the mood for? I mean, this is your idea, but I know Waterdeep fairly well.
Yeah.
I lived here my entire life. I don't know places. Yeah, I'm from Waterdeep.
Did you ever go to the Field of Triumph?
The only time I could think I would have gone is when I was really young.
That would have been before me then. But that's where I was a fighter.
I gestured to the richer houses. This is me. And I'm just gonna Will Smith pose at them. Yeah,
really? Wow.
Let's not go back. Let's keep, going.
Okay.
As you pass a nice rich villa, which so saying this was mine.
I'm gonna assume that I see the one I remember the most, right?
Yeah. The city doesn't change often.
Hey, Kip.
Yeah?
You want to do me a favor?
Depends on what that favor is.
Send Kano to that house and look in their window. I think it's just going to be a fun prank. They were our neighbors. They sucked.
Okay, I will take a peek in.
Please do.
Softly. Just kind of like, it's... Can I get... I'm not trying to... have a look in.
Yeah. So would you like to do the descriptions?
Alrighty. In the house, it's very elaborate. Everything is immaculately decorated. And the only thing seemingly out of place is a little ventilation thing where there would normally be a cover, but nothing. There's no cover, no nothing. It looks like there was plenty of, try for replacements with new nails put in, everything, but none of it's worked. And you see a gentleman who looks remarkably like So did when she first used her disguise self, the first form she took. And he's pacing, he's muttering, but he doesn't seem to notice much of anything. But he looks a little young, and that's all you see for now.
I'm going to quickly just sort of jump back down before anyone spots me. Is that? Who is that?
Well, who'd you see?
It was a man. He was quite young. The one you turned into the first time you found out you could transform like that.
I turned into a girl. I might have some stuff to do later, but we're gonna have fun. We're focusing on fun right now, and
right.
Yes, it's gonna be
so.
Yes.
Don't do anything reckless, okay? Don't get yourself in trouble.
I'm gonna turn to him. The part of my hair that hides half my face, just gonna swoop back, revealing those 2 small scars again, and she's gonna smile and say, "Kip, when have I ever done anything reckless?"
I'm putting my trust in you that you're not gonna get yourself hurt.
I can't get hurt.
As you see in the corner of your vision, a poster just on a side building that just looks like a lesser house. That's not actually a grand building, but a lesser house. And it does have like the code legal of Waterdeep, and the things that stand out to you is anything to do with nobles is really extremely bad punishments. Like exceedingly bad punishments.
I'm not gonna do anything terrible as that sign is like coming behind me. All right. Let's go to the Silver Daggers first. Let's go to headquarters. Oh, I miss all those guys. They're really old.
Yes. Good idea. Good idea.
So you head down through the high road a little bit.
As we pass Denzeloran Street. Yep. I'm like, oh yeah, we got to go there. There's an armory there, and like there's a wizard. There's a magic bookstore place there that I want to visit, but later.
Let's do all that later. Oh, I need to go instrument shopping too.
And you pass the Holy Hands house as well, and you come up to the villa, which is where the Silver Daggers now reside in the city. A grand 3-story building with a red terracotta roof, white walls. It very much stands out in this area, although the area is where there's quite a bit of money, and there's where all the temples are and some of the more opulent or ostentatious of the nobles live. The newer nobles rather than the older nobles.
Are we outside the old money place? Like where there?
Yeah, outside the villa of the Silver Daggers.
I mean, we're like away from the original place that we were like. Okay, so I was gonna drop disguise self, and she's gonna do ye old honk, which is using thaumaturgy and making a big sound. Where?
And so the guards, the 2 guards at the front gate, say, "Oh, fantastic! It's been some time. We'll fetch people to bring you in." And they call it one of them goes in, comes out with is essentially the manservant of the villa, and he hushes you in and says, "Oh, it's great to see you home. It's been some time. Is there any reports that you need to do? Why are you back here?"
Very much. There's important, weird stuff going on in the Decidrin Valley that we need to talk about.
Okay. Well, not everybody's here at the moment. We've got some visitors, but we'll get. I think Cohen's still about the house. He was going to be leaving soon, but yes, I'll get Cohen. He's probably about the only one to speak to at the moment. And
as long as we can tell someone, and someone can make a note of it, because I don't know if this is just beyond. This might be beyond the silver daggers. This is something big we've uncovered.
Interesting. It's okay. So we'll speak to Colin first. We'll get you situated. And who is all your guests? Are these people that work for you, or are these friends? Should we put them up in the guest house for you?
Oh yeah, these are some people from Red Lodge who were interested in perhaps joining.
Ah, interesting. New recruits. That's great to hear. We'll put them up in the guest house. We'll get Penwood situated with them, and Penwood's a little bit. Maybe Alexia might be better to help get them situated. She's young, but she's mature for her age, and scary. And you just see his face go pale. With Alexia being the young apprentice, also the young necromancer, who wants to try to be the best, an archmage by the time she hits 20, and she's possibly even got the skill to do such. But she's a very scary, very, very scary young girl at the age of 12. So we'll get them both helping us and get everyone situated. Yes, get your stuff to the rooms, and we'll have a little meeting, shall we? So say half an hour?
Perfect.
Thank you.
That works.
And so rooms here are opulent as always, and you say it's fairly barren. Like there's areas of the house that are over the top garish, and there's others that are very just more functional in the decor, and it looks like a great group of very, very different individuals have tried decorating and have had arguments over decorating certain areas because they're very, very different.
It feels weird to be back.
It takes me back.
I've barely stepped foot in this place in a way of training, so it's kind of strange to be here.
Being back in such a crowded city just reminds me of the Kobold Warrens, and I don't know how that makes me feel.
Oh, boo! No time for bad memories. Let's focus on good ones.
Oh.
Picking good ones.
Good ones,
okay.
Yes. Like Look. The time we got poisoned a couple of days ago, well, last week. Actually. Great memory, fantastic memory.
You guys.
That's what's great about such a bright and weird city like this. It's easy to get lost in the crowd. You know, even people as colorful as us don't really stand out.
You guys.
Yes.
So, what is it?
I'm gonna point to just a random spot out in the, and I'm just gonna, guys, that's where we first met. Before we knew we were gonna be a team.
I've chosen to repress that memory.
It was fun. My hair was way shorter back then. Oh God.
I don't think you'd ever seen a kobold before, had you?
I haven't. You freaked me out a little bit. I thought you were a halfling dragon, and
yeah.
And I remember I had this little baby crush on Kadan because I haven't met that many human dudes outside of.
It was very, very. Looking back on it now, very hilarious that you even.
I was very quiet. I barely spoke.
You were so nervous. You were a quiet little thing. I miss that Kip.
I don't. I definitely don't.
I wouldn't trade you for the world. Oh, and we met Robles, and we met Ward.
Yes, I remember Ward.
Oh,
I hope he's doing all right.
I hope so too. Oh, Ward.
Oh, do you guys remember? Okay, do you guys remember when we met Robles? And it he was so mean because Kip accidentally touched his beard. Yeah,
no, I've been used to a little bit of prejudice before, but I mean the fury of a dwarf, particularly Robold's a particularly prickly dwarf. No offense. That was frightening.
It was a wild time.
Oh, look at us
that's
now.
Certainly one way of describing it.
Yeah. Look at us now. We are the best of friends. The best.
Uh,
Yeah, you know,
always-
those words came out of my mouth, and that was not the right kind of phrase.
I've always heard it. If you want to make friends, you just got to shackle yourself to someone else, and just you'll eventually have to end up liking each other. Otherwise, you'll go crazy.
I've heard that be referred to as prison, though. I'm not quite sure if that's the same kind of thing.
If you force a
Have you
bunch of-
never heard of honor amongst thieves?
that doesn't exist. But you know what? I really do like that how far we've come, because I'm pretty sure if we never met here, we would never have met or become friends.
Yeah,
True.
I don't know
Yeah.
what I'd do.
Oh,
I'd probably be
absolutely.
back in the sewers, to be honest.
I'd be maybe dead. Who knows? Does the prisons allow visitors?
Do
Prisons.
prisons allow visitors?
No.
Is there someone you want to visit?
Yeah. I've been pretty honest with you guys.
Debatable.
there's-
Debatable.
Debatable. Yes.
There's somebody that I really trust down there who's
The jury's out on that one.
yeah, I'm a stinker. But there's somebody down there who got me where I am today, which means free. But like I said, no sad memories, just gonna repress and
Yes, yes.
repress
Yes,
and we're done.
exactly. Good. So perfect. You repress it, and then you put it deep down inside you, and then you die. It's how you process those correctly. Yes.
It all stays here, and then I die.
Perfect.
Let's go get shit faced and shop.
We're still waiting. We're still waiting.
Maybe
for
the other way around.
Still-
Shop and then shit faced.
Yes.
Okay.
You don't want to be making stupid purchases.
Yeah, we can't spend everything all at once.
Kip, by the way, your drunk voice has a lovely singing voice.
I always have a great singing voice. Remember, I told you I wanted to be a bard. That's why I came to this bloody city. But of course, the college absolutely refused to have me, and that's how I ended up. Well, that's how I ended up in the sewers, and that's how I ended up. Well, yeah, I told you that. Did I tell you that?
You didn't tell me you wanted to be a bar. Okay, so firstly, I want to point out that in my brain, I just see like a little fancy Kip with a little fancy hat, with a little fancy feather and the fancy poofiness, and it's adorable. Secondly,
Maybe not quite as ostentatious, but I was thinking of trying to get some smarter clothes while we're here. Because I mean, at the moment, I've just been wearing this beaten down leather armor, and it's pretty. What?
Can I dress you?
I reserve the right to veto your choices. But
Okay.
yes,
I'll take that. Deal? Shake my hand.
sure.
Kip, you made a terrible mistake.
I reserve the right to say no.
You
Okay.
absolutely do. I reserve the right to have you try at least one of everything on, or you're gonna break my little heart, and it's gonna be so much.
That's fine. That's fine.
And
But yeah, no, have I told you the story of how I got this loot? I think I
No.
did.
We would love to hear the story.
So yeah, I was a scout for the Warren back when I was, living in the Sword Mountains, and my job was to go around the local area, make sure nothing was invading us, just generally keep an eye out for things. And I found this loot, and it was completely beaten up and broken. And it was like sat by a waterfall next to I think there was a corpse nearby. I think someone had been mauled by a bear or something. Some stupid bard who wanted to maybe sit by the waterfall and get some inspiration, but then he just got attacked. So yeah, I got this, and I kind of taught myself to play it. I kind of, yeah, everyone in the Warren, no one, the elders just kind of said, this is a stupid idea. This is completely useless. Do your job, protect us, and don't waste your time on, things that won't help us survive. And I don't know. So I kept it a secret. I just kind of hid it by that waterfall. And every so often I'd go and I'd play it. And I gradually try to fix it up. There was only 2 strings left on it at the time.
You would have been.
But eventually, I got tired, and I got tired of living in such an oppressive society, I suppose. So I decided to move to Waterdeep, and I ran away, and that's how I ended up in this city.
Oh, that's so sweet. You would have been a great bard.
Maybe.
Still a good bard. You still would.
You're a great whatever you are now. I
Thank you.
was always a bit of a thief, so I've got nothing cool like that.
Aren't you more into the bard category now? So
Bard. I like to sing, and I can play a couple of different instruments, but
you don't have to sing to be a bard.
Yes, entertainers coming up.
That was for me. That was more show-offy, and I'm nothing like that.
Yes.
Well, I'm like that now, but
Yeah, yes, I was about to say, you, being the center of attention is really your kind of thing, isn't it?
Yeah, but I was always told it wouldn't work out. I was told I was too ugly. But how can you hate a pink face like this? I'm adorable. Where are those old guys?
Okay.
Yeah, we've been waiting for a little bit.
You're called
time to reminisce.
you're called into the war room, and in the war room is Lord Cohen Elston, and Kydrixon, one of the priests of the group, and also sitting in the corner, looking very angry, is Garrick the Red. Not jovial at all, unlike the others, or unlike your as Driscoll, who's not present. But on the way to the room, you do notice you do hear the staff talking to the others, your new guests, saying, "Now, if you ever get asked, do you follow Tyr or Clan Gibbon Silverbeard by a dwarf, say yes. If you say no..."
Sorry, what?
It's like this is what you're hearing as you're passing and going through the corridors. They're
you're talking about Burlock.
Yes, they're talking. They're preparing the new people for a Burlock. If he ever asks, if you ever
read the Silver Daggers document in the notes.
Yeah. That's what I'm going through to refresh. It isn't Alexa. It's Caitlin Sinar. He's the 14-year-old arcane prodigy, the necromancer. That was my mistake. It's been a while since I've written those notes. Almost a year ago, actually. So you're in the war room and you see the large table, and the table itself. You see, it's the table of the Sword Coast, and you see dots on the table, and you can recognise where the Red Lark is, and it's got essentially a fort sitting in that location, and you see further down from Waterdeep, there's a fort, and it's actually toppled, and then there's a second one there in a different colour, in essentially the garbage tip, the Rowans. Of the south of Waterdeep, and you see other ones dotted around the spot. So it looks like they're trying to expand in different areas as well. The Lord Cohen Elston, he says, what's this news that I hear?
Did you say
Thank you for
name?
So
Yes.
So
Thank you for receiving us. We bring news from the Decidrin Valley of various unnatural activities going on there with certain groups.
They're cults.
You don't.
Cults, yeah.
Kydrick says you don't have to be formal here. Like, what's going on?
Right. There's a bunch of cults. We're not sure how many. We think there might be 4. Are you familiar with the Feathergale Knights?
Colin Olsen says I've heard of the name. They're recruiting among the nobles.
They are a front. They are a front for a cult dedicated to elemental air. Now, I pull out my book and I flick over to the notes. We infiltrated a temple that they had reclaimed from ancient dwarves.
These feathered knights.
Yeah, and there was some shady shit going on there. They had prisoners, they had people tied up. We found notes about. Does the name Yancy Bin mean anything to you?
Trying to think who's in the area. Let's see if we can do a roll.
Can I give them my D4?
No. No, I don't think I know Yancy Bin. Says it's Kydrick.
From what I could tell, it seems to be some kind of entity they worship.
And primordial of some kind.
You think?
I think.
I mean, it would make sense.
It makes something to do with air of some kind.
Air, but yeah, there was. Let me try and pull up the notes, see what I can remember. There was an individual called Arisi Kalanoth, who might be their queen. Yeah, basically, something is going down. I think we couldn't get farther into these temples, but there's not just this air temple. We came across an earth cult, and which is under the guise of a monastery in the mountains, and also some pirates who mentioned the name Olahydra, which might be something similar.
Interesting.
And we heard rumors of a group of druids who seem to be involved with elemental fire as well. There's these 4 potential different cults, all fighting for the same region, all planning something big.
Are they working together or against each other?
Against, I think. No, definitely against.
There were some that were against, others
because we had disguised. I don't think they are. We disguised ourselves as members of the air cult, and we were attacked on sight by the water cult.
Interesting. So,
I believe there was one. There was a certain one. I could have swore that at least some of them got along. At least one of them is allied with another. At least. They are not all enemies. They are not enemies. But
I'll pull out my map that I've been making of the area, and I'll point out this is where we encountered them. So the Feathergale Spire is here. It's this big pinnacle that's in this big valley, and if you follow this kind of crevasse leading into the side of the mountains, that's where the temple kind of seems to sprawl underground throughout the area. There was a cave-in in Red Larch, and they seem to have found more temple under there. So I don't know how big this dwarven fortress is. It seems to be massive. And all these different areas seem to be connected together. This monastery over here was where we found the Black Earth cultists. And
well, we'll have
I
to
don't know. There's
if it's dwarven, as you say, we may have to wait till Burlock comes back and see if he knows anything about this, or maybe get Caitlin to start doing some research. If
I may make a suggestion, I don't know how much influence you can pull, but do everything in your power to stop the Feathergale Knights recruitment, because they are amassing people they are brainwashing people, and they are completely converting them. We tried to rescue what we thought were prisoners, and they turned absolutely fanatical and tried to attack us, even just with bare fists. They were trying to scratch and punch at us when we were fully armed, throwing magic. And they were just absolutely fanatical in their attempts to kill us.
Kydrick says that some religions or cults are quite fanatical in how they treat their people. Thankfully, my own doesn't care for what we do and on the surface world. But so look, we'll probably get we'll get Driscoll. Actually, he's good at spreading rumors. That we'll when he returns from his current matters, we'll get him to start spreading rumors and dissuading people from joining the efforts, at least from this this city.
Yeah, I would try. I don't know how you can, but don't try and avoid spinning it like they're cults. Like, try and find another excuse. Because
Driscoll's a devious. Cohen just says, "Trust me, Driscoll's a piece of work. He never gets busted. Nothing comes back to him, even when he's so in the wrong." And you just see this the look on, he has crossed me so many times I can never catch him type of look on his face. That type of thing goes across his face. Is like, yeah, he always gets away with it. It's going to be okay. But we'll start investigating from our side of things and what we can do. And thank you for the news. And I believe you've got recruits. Is that right?
Yes, we brought some recruits from Red Larch who they'd heard of what we'd been doing in the name of the Silver Daggers, and they were interested in joining as well.
Interesting. Well, we've got the young ones getting them settled in, and I'll speak to them tomorrow and see what they're up to and what they want to do. But it sounds like you need to get some rest. Thank you for the information.
We have quite a bit of heat on us. We were almost killed by poison in Red Larch.
So the Talon priestess, I heard that they were going up there on the rotation.
Yeah, that's the ones who she saved us.
Yes, she saved us.
Without her, we'd be very dead. And we've actually tried to fake the death, fake the fact that the poison had succeeded to try and reduce some of the heat on us. And then we want to take them by surprise. I have a few ideas for taking Feathergale Spire. That might be effective.
Well, if you need help, we can do some things, but not a lot. We're more administration these days.
Send us some either reinforcements to replenish on the members. At least I think we're just us. Five.
Yeah.
5? That's us 5. I don't think it's quite possible for us to take care exactly just on our own. If you can either send reinforcements or people to come help, that would be fantastic.
We do have leftovers from the south, from one of our failed groups. We may see if we can bring some of them up, if that's possible.
That
would be good.
They did get hit hard. They got overran.
Are they the ones that went towards Baldur's Gate?
No. We're trying to secure the South Road. If you're unfamiliar with the area below Waterdeep to the south, is essentially a days-long journey of rubbish tip. The city's been here for so long. The rubbish tip has expanded and expanded, and there's some serious evils and dangers in that group, in that area. So we're trying to secure a place that the merchants can stay at and travel safely. But they get hit hard, they get hit often, and we've already had one fought for, the other one's in a bit of a bad way. We may abandon that venture, but if we can get it to succeed, it'll certainly make us look a lot better for the city after some of the things that have gone on recently. And some of them look at Kydrick and you just as if he's guilty of something, as if he's totally guilty of something.
Go ahead, sir.
Yes.
Do you think you would have a map or brochure here of Waterdeep?
A lot of the urchins will show you around towns for silver, but we can send some of the staff if you want to help you out.
No, I just want to know if there's like any new places, any old places. I think I picked up I think I heard a bard singing like a while ago about how this place called the Troll Skull Manor reopened up. But other than that, I don't know really anything new that's happened. We've been gone for so long.
No, I haven't heard anything about about a new manor opening up. We try to keep an eye out on things. We do have maps, and we do have an idea of what's going on. And they slide out underneath the big table. There's like essentially maps underneath. But we don't have anything new in town, not that we know of. And we try to keep an eye on what's down.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
I started a cult war. Pretty sure.
So you got the cults fighting each other?
It seems so. She's made some discord happen. Hopefully, if it's successful, then yes, there's some discord happening. Should slow them down at least somewhat.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now I'm really tired.
You see a rare smile on Garrick's face, but other than that, he still stays silent throughout the entire meeting.
We've thinned the numbers of the air cult somewhat, and the stone cult a little bit, but it's hard to tell just how many numbers they have hidden in the mountains.
I got two of them to fight each other to the death. I don't want to.
Yeah, you did. That's scary. That.
You would be surprised what a good lot can do.
And again, this time you hear a small chuckle from the corner from Garrick about the fighting to the death.
He knows what I'm talking about.
All right. Anything else that we need to share? I think that's it.
I don't believe so. We stopped an orc uprising towards
Diamond Ranch.
Diamond Ranch.
We also started a union, but that's small. Kip's a wizard now.
Oh yeah, I
wizard.
Yeah, we can tell creation.
Yeah, I finally cracked this book. I can do some of the things now.
Well, that's well done.
I'll make Kano appear on my shoulder. See, we got familiar.
Well done. Crane should be proud.
Can we tell Mr. Cranky he might be proud? And I want to see him smile and smile.
Cranston is out with the others at the moment. He's doing I think
showing him a familiar is probably a lot beneath his capabilities.
Yeah.
It'd be like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It'd be really cool though.
That's like showing you, look at me, I can shake a stick.
Yeah.
Great.
I'd probably keep it away from Caitlin though. If she thinks it's a real animal, she may try to dissect it.
Oh,
it's fine. Familiars. They could just and here it disappears.
Yes, but she has a thing with we used to have a lovely garden with all the birds coming through, and the birds avoid us now.
Oh no.
Yes.
Probably very sensible.
That's my favorite teacher.
But she's somehow found a few bodyguards for herself. They don't smell.
Oh, really?
She's kept the smell out of them, and she has them in full plate armor, so you can't see that they're not alive. But we're going to have to deal with that girl at some point in time. We're just avoiding it at the moment.
Ugh, yeah, yikes.
Yeah.
All right, sir. Thank you so much for your time, and we're hoping that you liked our information. But right now, I'm gonna take my boys shopping.
Okay.
She's been quite insistent that we have some downtime.
I'm already trying to push them out the door.
Tell everyone I said hi. Tell everyone that we're doing well.
Godspeed.
Yeah. Well, good luck and
I'm gonna
be
bring
safe.
them back alive.
And just remember the streets. The laws are quite serious in the Waterdeep.
I know. I would never do anything bad. Shut up.
So, yes, you would. Be careful. Nothing against the nobles, at least.
All right.
See, I don't like nobles. Just out the door.
So store shopping. I'm planning to head to the general store to go pick up some things. If you guys go into the clothes store, I'll meet you there.
No. We're gonna get the boring stuff out of the way. So is going to shop and get you guys clothes. So clothes are gonna be last on the agenda. We'll get the dumb supplies. We'll get the dumb general store stuff. But we are going shopping together. God damn it!
There's a couple of stores in the North Ward I want to visit.
I want to visit the nearest music store when we get time.
Of course.
And we're going to go on a break now because we've got vacuuming going on as well. I've been having to mute the mic. I'm sorry. So we're going on a break now and have it early so we can then go into our shopping so we don't forget to go on a break because I'm sure we're going to be spending the entire episode shopping.
Oh, boy. Oh boy.
So thanks for sticking around. We're going to be back soon. Near and Light, thank you for the donation. It's always much appreciated. And so hopefully everyone's enjoying the show. We'll be back soon. And I'll actually put some music on. Because we are in Waterdeep, we will do the Waterdeep sound. So we're actually going to play the Yawning Portal Matchroom 3 strings for the break music. So hopefully it works. There we go. So we'll be back shortly. So. Hi, welcome back. We've just been trying to figure out where people are going because I have, as I said, no idea. This is going to pretty much, this is Peach's expedition because she's been wanting this since December last year. And I think everyone needed a break from the dangers of being poisoned. So, it's a good timing. So, we're headed out into the water deep.
Who wants to go first?
We're gonna do Kadon first.
All right, that sounds good to me. I want to head to the market to get some general things, just some mostly mundane items, just to help with our adventuring. I realized that we weren't quite ready for the challenges that we came across.
No sad stuff. Only positivity.
I know.
My God,
I'm just
so
saying.
you can't just...
I'm calm. I'm always calm. Okay, so I have been planning this itinerary every night when I go to bed. When we're, in this, like every night we've been out in those campgrounds at the different cults places. I have been thinking about this.
Perfect.
This is my magnum opus.
Perfect. So that means that you'll be willing to help then. I do have a list of stuff I need to buy. So I need to buy... if you guys can help me look for it. I need ink, a lock, a merchant's scale, a crowbar, a grappling hook, manacles, an iron pot, 3,000 ball bearings, 60 caltrops, 10 iron spikes, 4 vials of glass, a couple of things of sealing wax for envelopes, of course, a 10-foot pole, a signal whistle, some rope. I do not have rope, unfortunately. All of you do. And 10 pieces of parchment. It should come out to be around 50-ish gold for all of it, if you can get good prices.
To the general store!
To the market.
Do you... Yeah, there's a big market square.
Perfect.
The massive market square's over here.
I just rip off pieces of the shopping list. It's like, if you can help me get this, let me get this. Here's the gold. Here's the gold. Spend the extra if you can talk them down.
All right, we can do this. So you want us to split up and look for them?
Yes, if they're not all in one place, then obviously we will have to split up and get the pieces.
I will say this straight up. I am not going to get a good deal because people don't take kindly to kobolds, so I'm going to be ripped off right everywhere. So,
do you want me to teach you a trick to that?
I mean, sure.
Actually,
Okay, so how do you get a good deal? I'll tell you how. The bargaining tip. I didn't think that name through. Okay. So, this is how you get a deal. Offer them a price. They're going to offer you a price. They're going to probably raise the price high. Go for the price tag. Go lower than the price tag. Keep going back and forth. And then, you know what? Let me show you. We're just going to go to the marketplace. I'll go first, and you guys can watch.
all right. I was hoping she would do this.
All of it for you.
Yeah.
So the marketplace is massive. It's bigger than Red Lark itself by a multiple of times. It's busy, it's crowded, there's lots of people running around, there's lots of small stalls, there's the permanent fixtures around the outside, and then there's stores that are pop up in the middle throughout the day on different days of the week.
I'm going to take my gold and I'm going to find a place. I'm going to hitch up my skirt a little bit and trade where my daggers place for where the money. Just going to switch around my pockets just in case. Just going to take my coin back. Just going to switch things around because we have a lot of money and there's a lot of prying fingers and eyes here. Gonna march to the general store first with Kadon's money in hand.
Okay. And so the general store, the market itself is a general store of everything and anything. It just depends on what you're looking for, depends on yeah, which store you end up going into. So which one on the
rope
list?
first.
Which one?
Rope. That seems to be in an adventuring store, right?
It's just like it's, as I said, it's just markets. So they're less stores, more just like pop-ups. Okay, with this person selling rope, this person selling that, this person selling something else. Yes.
So I'm going to go up to the person selling rope.
Okay. So person selling rope is looks like he's from the docks ward, and he's trying to. He's got large bundles of ropes. What can I do for you, little lass?
Hi, I'd like 50 feet. Is that okay, Kadan?
Oh, yes, 50 is good. Thank you.
All right. Can I have 50 feet of rope, please?
50 feet of hemp rope? We have 50 feet of hemp rope. Would you like that with knotted? Would you like the ends with the loop in it? What would you like? Is there anything else you'd like onto it, or?
Nope, just 50 feet of rope.
Ah, interesting. I've got to find. I don't even know the prices. I can't find equipment prices anywhere. Of course, they won't give me prices. Is there any place that has prices?
Yes, there's a lot, but
Oh, there you go. I've got a D&D Beyond version come up somehow. 1 gold for 50 feet of rope? That can't be right.
1 gold? I'm not entirely sure that's right. I'm pretty sure it's 1 silver.
Yeah, young lads, one silver. I could probably find you some old rope that's been stripped off of an abandoned ship for that price. But I can't guarantee that it's going to hold your weight.
Not the best quality, and I'm going to need the best quality for adventuring. So this isn't really 1 gold quality. It is a silver quality, if I do say so myself.
Well then, if you think it's going to be a silver quality, then you can try to find another place that will sell one for a silver. But 1 gold's the price, 1 gold's what I'm selling it for. And if you want
so 1
the
gold
rope,
is what you're selling it for?
1 gold's what it's going to be.
And you're not doing 1 silver?
I'm not going to take 1 silver for that.
Okay, so you're doing 1 gold and not 1 silver though, right?
1 gold is the price.
Okay, 1 gold but not 1 silver, and it's not going to be a silver, it's going to be a gold. So just to make sure, it's not going to be a silver, it's going to be a gold over anything, even silver. So it's going to be a gold, not a silver. So if it's not a silver, it's a gold, right? It's a gold, not a silver, not a copper. Now, copper isn't something we've talked about yet.
Kip just watches this and just slowly walks away.
Arms crossed.
1 silver, right?
No,
That's how
it's
long it
1
takes
gold
us.
dragon.
1 gold dragon. Oh, see, now that makes it harder. Tell you what. It's 1 silver and 2 gold.
So you're going to give me 2 golds and a silver for a 1 gold rope. That I'll take.
No. Your prices are ludicrous. This is 1 silver.
That's what you just said. Is 1 silver and 2 gold. I'll take that price.
I don't remember saying that. Your prices. This is inflammatory.
You just offered me a price and I said I'll take it. That's the deal.
No, I didn't offer you that. I offered you a silver, so you'll take the silver. Congratulations.
No, you offered me
You said
2 gold.
price.
You offered me 2 gold and a silver, and I accepted your offer. I was just asking for a gold. That's an extra night of drinking for me.
That. I remember the 1 silver and then 1 gold, and then I offered you 1 silver, and you said you take that price. I don't remember the 2 gold, 1 silver. Now you're just making things up, and you're trying to confuse me, and I don't appreciate that.
Look, that's okay. If you don't appreciate it, you can find another rope seller in the market. But by the way, I'm the only rope seller in the market. Unless you want to go down to the docks.
So, just to get this straight, can I roll persuasion at all?
You can roll persuasion, but the prices are gold.
Oh, is it sure it's a gold though?
Pretty sure it's a gold.
Yeah, I can do intimidation, but we're in a public place, so it's harder for me to intimidate.
Yeah, it's a lot harder. And it's riskier too.
It is. So, this is where we are at, huh?
That's where I am at. And I have the merchandise. You need the merchandise. There is a price there. If you don't like the price, well, you don't need the merchandise as much as you think.
All right. I see where you're at, and I'm gonna flip the gold.
Are you flipping
Slide
the
the
gold
rope.
or offering the gold?
I'm flipping the gold onto the table and sliding the rope off.
Okay. And he takes the gold. I'm hoping it's real and it's not a fake gold or something like that you've just done.
No, I just gave him a gold.
And thank you. Please come again.
No problem. I need more magic. Sorry, my tactics don't work.
No,
They're usually
yes. So,
intimidating.
did you get the good price?
They're hard asses in this market. They won't budge. Anything, they've seen it all. They've seen it all.
They haven't seen so yet. We're gonna keep trying.
Same person?
Are we gonna do this? Are we gonna do this rigmarole for every single seller?
Apparently so.
Single item.
God,
And
no.
that was a big list that Kadan has.
God, no, we're just gonna get the stuff.
If it was just seeing her fail at bargaining, I was like, all right, if so doesn't work, then my bargaining's not going to work.
Peach, do a persuasion check, and we'll do the whole list. Everything's going to cost, as you said, probably about 50 gold in total. Or 46.
Yeah.
46 gold. So do a persuasion check as this is your negotiation throughout the day.
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness!
I've got inspiration. I'm gonna roll again, please.
So we'll cross across to what's just rolled there. But you probably guessed. There we go. It's a 1. 1 for the persuasion.
A crit fail, and it's still an 11.
Are you gonna use inspiration?
Yeah, can I use inspiration?
Yes, you can. I'll let you use a post on this one.
Okay.
Please.
Oh, okay.
If you'd done another nat 1, I would have laughed so
I saw that one get rolled, but it was the one from before. Oh my goodness.
I would have cried.
So over the day, you bring the price down at least somewhat throughout the day. So out of everything, probably about 38 gold instead of the 46 6.
Oh, nice.
So you brought it down throughout the day, and a lot of them are harder negotiators. And as was said, these people have seen a lot. This is their job, and they negotiate a lot. They've had people come through. They've had people threaten them, and you've won on some circumstances. You've lost on others.
Okay, sounds good.
It's an off day for me.
No, so perfect. Thank you. I would not have been able to do it as well as you could. I've been around these merchants a lot, and talking them down at all is pretty good.
You also live in Waterdeep before all that.
I'm not from the city, but I did take a few ventures here.
Where are you from originally?
I'm from a little town. You probably haven't heard of it. It's just a little bit off of Waterdeep, just a little bit east.
Okay.
We can visit while we're in town.
No, I don't think we should visit. I wouldn't.
You know what? That is perfectly fine. I get it.
Yeah.
Do whatever Kip wants to do.
Yes, let's go.
There's some places in the North Ward, a little near the Sword Maiden statue. Up that way.
Oh, that's a long walk. I'm gonna hail us a ye old lift.
Not really necessary, I don't think.
You can hire a carriage to take you, and there's carriages around.
That's gonna be very expensive. I'm happy to walk.
All right, we'll walk.
Sharing a carriage was gonna make us stick out like you wouldn't believe.
As you say that, and another carriage goes past, and there's people, just ordinary people. It's a taxi service. It's common. The city is huge.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Should I hail us a cab then?
All right. Sure. But
So I was gonna do that loud whistle thing and wave for a cab.
Please don't do it on the screen.
I won't. I don't know
I'm
how.
wearing headphones. It's bad. We're all wearing headphones. So you hail a cab, and it's just a carriage service, and it's 2 coppers each to take you throughout the city, and they'll drop you off where you need to go.
All right, 2 coppers each.
Yep.
Alrighty, to the North Ward.
To the North Ward.
right. So, there's this kind of the kind of shops I kind of want to visit are all crowded together on like one particular. They're all around here, Delzorin Street and Serdun Street.
Oh, I wonder why.
What were you planning to buy? Yeah, what were you planning to buy, Kip? What were you planning to buy?
I want to get a rapier.
Oh yes, it's a fantastic.
And I want to get. There's a magic shop on the other side of this sort of block, and I want to try and learn a spell or two. I have my eyes set on one particular spell, but if there's more, we'll see.
So the first shop that you're heading to is the Steam and Steel, I'm guessing.
Yep.
So the entrance to the Steam and Steel is not actually on the main road. You have to enter like a little alleyway between the two faces of buildings, and the entrance is on the inside of the alley. Although the big Steam and Steel is on from the main road, the entrance is on the inside of the alleyway itself. And inside the Steam and Steel, there's you're met by a male. Where am I? Water Ganassi, who introduces. Trying to figure out where we are. A male Water Ganassi called Avi. So how can I do if you do? So how can I help you, little one? Is there anything we can make for you, or perhaps we've got something in stock?
I am looking for a rapier, just a simple rapier.
Nothing embellished, or just simple?
I mean, I am looking to perhaps enchant it later myself. But I don't know if that comes with any special requirements.
It would have to be quality for.
I like a quality rapier. Nothing like just made of scrap iron, but something. I'm sure this is Well, I know this place by reputation. So they used to outfit the fighters in the Field of Triumph from here, I believe.
Yes, we've dealt with the Field of Triumph over many years. My husband Embrick does quite quality work, and the work we have here is suitable for enchantment if that's the case. It will cost you though. It's a little bit more than what just a normal sword would, or normal rapier. Yes, in the back. Please don't touch the blades; they're quite sharp.
I wasn't going. So I was going to change since we're closer to the North Ward, which means closer to the, so I was going to change your posture a little bit and get it more. I was hoping you would happen to have a. You know what? No, I want to do Midwestern just because it's so fun to do. And alrighty, I was hoping that you lovely folks here had a bunch of good arrows, like maybe some magical, but not all of them, because that'd be really expensive and outside my field of range, don't you know? And I just need like a group of arrows, like a big group, general arrows, but maybe a few with a couple of special properties, don't you know?
Well, we don't specialize in arrows. We can make them, but we don't have anything with like in stock. And as for magical, we don't sell magical. We just sell the ability to have that place later.
Oh, thank you so much. I was wondering if you know somewhere around that would sell the arrows.
There's a boa store, I believe. I'd have to think about where it is, but I'm trying to find it on the map. But I'm sure there was one. No, can't find it. But yeah, I'm sure there's one in Waterdeep. Perhaps you could ask a guide. But for us, we specialise in armour and weapons, less the ammo side of things.
There is the Citadel of the Arrow you might want, which is on the high road.
How far up the high road?
It's quite far down, actually. It's near the City of the Dead.
All right, I can do that. Dead people are no problem.
Yeah. which is the guild of Boas and Fletchers.
That's one that springs to mind.
Yeah.
We can do that after we finish up here.
Sure. But yes, in the meantime, I'd just like a rapier, please.
Rapier? Well, certainly we do have some in stock, and she brings out a case from out the back, and you hear the constant banging. Also, he brings out a case from out the back. You hear the constant banging from inside the forge itself, inside the building. And she brings out several cases. He brings out several cases, all boxes the size of long enough for a rapier, and places on the counter. Opens up each one in turn, and there's 5 different rapiers on the counter.
May I just sort of test the balance?
Yes, you can test the balance. Just please no stabbing them.
I'll take a while to just kind of hold it and find out which one's best suited for me, etc., yada yada.
Mm-hmm.
And then
again, please no stabbing, or I'll have to call my husband.
No, of course not.
And then also the guard.
Wouldn't dream of it. So yeah, are there any differences between them that's noticeable, or?
It's just all style. They're all quite well balanced. They're all quite well made. Very, very high quality. You think the steel?
I'm gonna go for the least gaudy one, the kind of not really super plain, but just nothing too fancy. Nothing that's really got a ridiculous rose basket kilt or anything like that. Yeah. Just something.
So nothing over the top ornate, but
exactly.
Of the 5, they're all quite ornate. But as you're looking at them, and Arby sees that you're looking at something a bit less over the top. She says, if you're looking for something plainer, we do have something I wasn't going to show you, but we do have others. If that's what you're looking for.
I don't know.
These are our high end.
So you're the one who's trying to dress me. What do you think?
We'll see the other options, but we'll stay steadfast.
Yeah. So she brings out a few others, and these are not in boxes. These are just in hilts, and place them on the table, and they are most certainly plainer. No ornate scroll work. The baskets are just very plain and very simple.
Actually, no. We'll keep the one he's chosen. But thank you. I'm sorry. I mean, thank you.
Okay, yeah, I'll take. I'll take one that's kind of got. I don't know. This kind of it's kind of got a bit of a fire motif going on. That's quite nice.
Yeah.
I'll take that one.
What are you gonna do with your old scimitars? Scimitars?
I'm gonna try something new. Scimitars.
Scimitar? Oh, that's how it said. Really?
Yeah, I still need to train with this a bit first before I can use it properly. I'm gonna use the scimitars for a bit longer, but I want to train with this a little bit more before I start actually using it in battle.
A good way of thinking. That will be 50 gold for the.
That's fine. I'll hand over 5 platinum.
Okay, and 5 platinum, 50 gold. Yeah, it's been a while since.
One platinum's 10 gold.
Never remember platinum and electrum.
No one remembers electrum. Electrum might as well not exist. It is, but for the rest of them, it's 10, 10, 10, 10.
Yeah, and electrum's a half.
Yeah, which is why it's stupid to remember.
So you've now got quite a pretty ornate, flame motifed rapier.
It looks really nice.
Yeah, I was thinking, red scales, red fire, and I want to try something interesting with this. It probably is going to take me a very long time to do it, but I want to try something.
Flame blade.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
I've been around for 20 years. I know that one.
Hold on. Let me. I'm gonna buy a couple of things first from here as well. Do you carry picks, shovels, hammers?
We do have them, but they're not really what we have a lot of. But yes, we can sell. We can get them.
Oh yes, if you can, that'd be perfect. Do you have any mirrors, perchance?
Mirrors is probably not something we would. It's not something we use or something we have.
Of course. I'll probably grab some more. All right, perfect. If you have the picks, the shovel, and the hammer, I would love to buy at least a couple, just so that we can have some. That sounds good to me.
And they'll be able to sell one pick, one shovel, one hammer.
That sounds perfect.
They're high quality. They're not. Yeah. They look like what a noble would give to their gardener to use.
It's exactly what I needed. Okay, sounds good.
Double the normal cost price.
Okay, that's going to be very expensive, but I will pay for it.
Yeah.
25 gold total.
Lucky you didn't have them sell you a mirror. You can also pick up. You could have picked up a mirror you could have picked up a mirror in the market without any issue, and it'll be 80% of the normal price.
Okay, perfect.
With So's roll of 22 of negotiations before.
All right, sounds good. I because it says steel mirror, so I thought it'd be sold to blacksmith. So
yeah,
makes sense. All right, thank you. That's all I need. I'm done buying stuff.
This is certainly more of an upmarket weapons and armor shop.
Oh, I see.
And I can tell this is quality, so thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Speaking of armor, hint, hint. Anyone want to do that, or is there just been neglecting?
No.
Try to.
Actually,
I'm gonna be using mage armor from now on.
Yep.
I'll up my armor after shopping.
Okay.
Alrighty. So, anybody
next?
need over here?
Yeah, there's a shop around the corner here, which is a. Let me find it on the map. Where's all the things gone?
You have to refresh the map. I had the same issue.
Right. It is. Nope. Where is it? Come on. I've lost it now. It is the
Bookworm?
Bookworm's treasure. Yeah.
Yep. So just inside the same alley, there is a. God, if only I had all my details from the Waterdeep show. I'm just doing it from memory, and it's been a while since we just finished the show. Outside the book, like the Bookworm's office, like Bookworm's bookshop, is a dragon. The dragon reading a. Sorry, I think it's a dragon reading a book. Oh no, we'll do a different one. The sign hanging upside the Bookworms is a goblin holding, like, reading a book, but you can clearly see the book's upside down. That's from the Sandpoint one that I remember. But inside, you're met by an elderly dragonborn who's quite slow in behaviours and speech, but says, "Welcome to the Bookworm. How can I help you?"
I am looking to purchase
today
some. I'm hoping to purchase some scrolls that I can copy into my spellbook. Quite simply.
Ah, a mage. We don't get
Yes,
many
quite.
through
Now
here.
I'll flex my grimoire.
We have some spells which you can purchase to copy. It does take time, but everything takes time.
I know that very well. Yes, I know that very well. I spent a long time studying this. The two spells in particular I'm searching for, they're not complicated ones, they're low level, are in particular Identify and Magic Missile.
Ah, the very common. But we do have those, which makes it easier for you. And you can, if you need time, we can rent a booth essentially to copy them.
Mm.
Can I interest you in some other books?
What do you have?
We have everything. We have books on religion, history, stories and adventures, even some bodice rippers, if that is your style.
Do you have books on the elemental planes?
It's a rare thing, but I believe we do have some. Not a common subject.
Book about Nancy Ben.
That's more specific, but I think a book on the elemental planes would be a great place to start.
Oh, or books about old dwarven temples.
That too.
Books about dwarves are usually kept by dwarves. As you can see, I am not a dwarf.
You'd be a really handsome dwarf, though.
Well, thank you, young child. But I prefer my scales.
Those are really handsome, too.
Right.
If you're doing some research on the elements, I can direct you to. And she starts moving through the aisles, and the aisles are very much like the junk shop in Red Lark, where it's very like tight aisles and very cramped in. Very similar type of thing where there's just books everywhere and stacked up, and some of them are in stacks where you shouldn't like the book should actually topple over, but they're just somehow balanced there on the stacks past their tipping point. But there's so many bookshelves, it's very cramped. It says, I believe that you might find some elemental books down this aisle here, but I can't really say. It's not something I've had to deal with for many years, but I'm sure I bought some at some point.
Who's good at investigating?
I am not very good at looking for things.
How good does a 1 sound?
I got 2.
Exactly the same as mine. I have a 1. Can I look for it?
Kadan, I might need some guidance.
Some guidance. You know what? I think I need guidance as well, but here's some guidance for you. Did you want to start writing down? Did you want to buy your spell scrolls first?
Yeah. Well, let's. I'll do that.
All right.
Well,
And
they'll. I don't know the common price for that. I think there used to be a price.
how about this? I will trade in a scroll of erupting earth for those 2 scrolls. This is a 3rd level spell for 2 1st level spells.
So a third.
How's that sound?
She looks over it, and it's quite obvious that she understands the scroll, or at least what's written on it, and says, and that is acceptable. If there's anything else you're wishing to purchase, then you're free to do that as well.
Yeah, I think I'll trade in.
The trade is one-sided.
Yeah. Okay, so that's okay. I can do that trade.
Yes, and she says that it's quite one-sided.
That's not a problem. I'm going to look for this book now. See if we can have a bit of a discount that for the scroll.
Yep.
And then I will Can I do an investigation check?
Yep.
Can I assist?
Yep, that gives you advantage.
Cool. Plus a D4.
Hey!
20. And you know what? Just for the hell of it, I'm going to add my D4.
That's exactly the amount we needed.
Okay. So
thanks for the donation. Because I don't think there's going to be much rolling in this episode, so...
No, there's been... Well, it carries over, but I think, yeah, we've done all of... I've done a few rolls in secret. 2, That's the third roll
That's a
of this
start.
entire episode.
Oh wow.
Apart from my ones in the background. Oh, well, when you're asking about the Yancy bin and whatnot, I'm doing rolls for people to recognise. But you do find a book on the elements, and the primordial elements at that. It's quite a weighty book, and it's just flicking through it. It's hard to get a grasp of everything. It's written in a very old style, like an old style, where you'd have to sit down and really go into it to get any idea of what they're talking about and how they're talking about it, etc. But given the time, I would essentially give you checks on knowing things when it comes to the elements, whatnot.
So can I please purchase this tome here?
And you're carrying this massive book, and it's much bigger than your normal book that you've got on your belt that you've been carrying around.
Yeah. Can you help me with this? It's a bit big for me.
Yeah, I got it. I grab it.
So,
This one, please.
I can just imagine Kip's little kobold like coming above the
It's
little
like it's like I'm
it's
trying
like
to
that
find
scene
a
in
good.
Matilda.
Yeah, I think I know which one you're talking about.
yeah, can I have this book, please?
Trying to find a good analogy.
No, I think we've got it. I think we've totally got it. And he's gone.
Like,
We probably should have hit here last because that's going to be hard to carry.
Well, it's hard for Kip to carry just for the bulk more than anything.
I think Robot's pretty strong.
Yeah, the bookkeeper just said, "I did say anything, but I'll keep my deal, keep to the deal, and say yes. We can include that into your purchases."
Are you sure?
That's
That's very generous of you. I'll say that in Draconic as well. I'll just.
and
If
says
he
back,
does, I'll return it.
and she says back in Draconic, us dragons need to stick together, even the little ones.
Thank you.
And
And can I spend the time to copy the spell scrolls into my spell book?
yeah, it'll take an hour per. So
I'll do that this evening.
Yeah.
I'll do that this evening.
Yeah. Is there anything
Alright.
else, anywhere else that So wants to do, or anything in the bookshop that So wants?
That's it for me personally, unless except for clothes, but we all want to do that, I think.
Yep.
I think.
Turn.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
We're going to do shopping soon, but Mama So wants something specific.
All right.
We're going, and I'm going to assume along the way I picked up some sort of map and like tourist map of Waterdeep. So it's those like right now. Just sort of.
Apparently that's a thing. Yep.
Yep. Just like when people in LA they try to sell you a map to the home of the stars. It's something like that.
Oh yeah, that happens.
So she just goes, I can't find a music store. I'm not good at reading that.
Oh, a music
I'm
store.
good at reading maps. May I have a look?
Yeah, and it's crumpled and it's a mess and it's like sideways and she's gonna shove it down.
Yeah. Using my proficiency in cartography, I'll scour the map for a music store.
There is a mimer's harps about here on the map.
Actually, that takes us quite near to the Fletchers,
What's the Fletchers?
where you want to get arrows.
Oh, I don't know though. I don't know if I want to like sell my soul to a harp. We can try the marketplace. It's near there, and then go over there if nothing.
What do you
Yeah.
mean sell your soul to a harp?
Like music comes from your soul. So if I'm selling my soul to the harp, I don't know if I want to
That's-
dedicate it.
That's not how it works.
It's how it works for me.
Light Singers Theatre.
Fair enough.
There's Light Singers Theatre, just outside the Old Drunkard, over here. Is Entertainer's Business.
Would they sell entertainment stuff?
Well, it says Entertainers and Business.
All right, let's go there.
Okay.
So it's just going to be looking over Kip's shoulder the entire time he's looking at the map, and then finally just sprout on top of his head like that one.
Okay. Jeez.
There's also a Hallamber Lutes and Harps.
We're going to the one that's in an entertainment business.
Right down near the Hawk Moon.
Drunkard.
Right. I'm curious. Would anyone be interested in checking out the Yawning Portal?
Yawning Portal.
I've heard about it. I've never been there.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of rumors about it, and it's actually. Did you know it's made from the tower of an old mad wizard, apparently, or something?
Ooh.
It's just a tavern, I heard, but there's just like a secret about it, and I'm interested.
I've heard a lot of tourists go there, but I'm definitely.
It does sound like a bit of a tourist trap, to be honest.
Let's go. We'll go later.
Yeah.
Right now, it's music store, and I'm gonna hail another taxi.
Okay. Taxi costs again $2 copper each. Well, it gets you from one place to another, and it gets you there without hurting your feet.
Particularly for me, I'm barefoot, so that's appreciated.
Yeah.
That might change.
I'm not. I don't like shoes. I do not like shoes. They make I'm not as agile. I will not be as agile in shoes. It's like it cramps you. It squishes your feet. How can you move properly?
Well, look, it doesn't squish my feet.
Besides, I think even the Dragonborn here have they walk on their heels, whereas I just I walk on my toes. So
you will tiptoe everywhere you go.
Yeah, it's cool. It's how like dogs and quite a few animals walk on my toes. There's a word for it. It's like digi something, like for digits. I don't remember. Digitigrade. That was it. Digitigrade.
Of course.
That is a lot of words. And as soon as we pull close to it, so it's just gonna hop out of the moving cab.
But we're gonna okay. Yeah, these children always jumping out of the cabs. And it does stop out in front of the building. Again, you're back to the market. And there's a huge banner this time. Like the entire front above the windows and whatnot has the name of the business. Driscoll's Entertainment Emporium.
Oh, do you think we'll get a discount because it's Driscoll's?
I think you'll actually charge us more if we knew that we were buying it from his place.
Oh, no.
Part of his protege.
And Kadan would probably be right in that way of thinking.
Oh, poo. All right, let's go in, guys.
Yeah, walk inside.
Yeah. So you walk inside and there's signage everywhere, there's instruments everywhere, there's people dressed up, there's costumes, there's everything as a bard would ever want in the one-stop shop. And there's everyone in here is well dressed, everyone in here is well groomed, and it looks really out of place for being across the road from the market itself.
Oh, you guys, I love this place.
It's
pretty nice.
It's flamboyant, just like Driscoll.
Yep, it's over the top.
I remember when I was training, I went here to get my lute restringed.
And probably they charged you with that too.
Yeah, they did charge a pretty penny for that.
So the serving staff totally ignore you.
Those going to go up to a lute that's on, just going to go up to a lute and then just sort of strum it. Hardcore like rock style, like punk rock style, just go bing.
As you look behind you, there's no stairway sign. No?
Yes, I get it.
Finally, someone got that one. Phew. I thought that was just lost on everyone. The staff point to the signs like, no playing instruments, please. They're of quality.
I'm testing them out.
That's enough. Please don't take our money. We can't get into music royalty issues.
Copyright.
Yeah. It takes so little for YouTube to copyright stuff. I think the lowest one was 3 seconds. Anyway, so yes, there's bits of everything here, and everything's polished, everything's pretty. But as I said, the staff, unless you play the instruments or approach them, they're just ignoring you and talking amongst themselves, just being rude and snobbery.
All right, guys, can you help me out here?
Of course. What do you need?
I can play most string instruments. I mean, if it has enough strings, I can get the gist of it.
Of course.
But I'm more trained in viola, but I probably shouldn't go with viola because that leaves one of my hands, distracted. I'm looking for an instrument. I can place. I'm sure I can learn if I give it enough time, but I want something cool, something fun, something so.
I'm
I
sure
like
that
the dulcimer is quite nice. I like a good dulcimer.
The doctrine?
Dulcimer or
Doctrine?
I'll post it in Discord.
Dulcimer. A dulcimer.
Dulcimer, that was it. That's a dulcimer.
Ooh, it's lovely, but I don't know how well I can carry that around.
How about you just take a really small drum? So.
Oh, I don't think you can trust me with the drum.
Well, if you just play it by yourself, isn't it called a drum solo?
Dear Chidan.
I'm sorry. Everyone gets one.
Well,
everyone gets.
And if you didn't have inspiration now, you would have had it from that.
Inspiration.
He gets inspiration for it. He gets inspiration for a shitty pun, and I don't get it for the
inspiration for a song.
You did get a donation of dice for the singing.
I suppose.
Honestly, yeah, pan flute is small. You can easily move it around. It's one-handed. Sometimes.
A what?
Pan flute.
Pan flutes.
You
can play that one-handed.
Or I can do a harmonica.
Are those medieval instruments?
Does that exist?
Do they? Do they not? I thought I saw one on 5e once.
I'm trying to remember what the 5e list of instruments actually is.
Yeah, I'm just gonna look it up and see what they are.
Not that it matters terribly, but
yeah.
Well, the top one's bagpipes. Harmonica's not there.
So with bagpipes.
Bagpipes, so that is terrifying.
Bagpipes. Somebody needs to get her.
Yeah. Pan flute's probably the smallest horn.
Bagpipes, drum, dulcimer, flute, lute, lyre, horn, pan flute, shum, and viol.
Yeah,
I've got a few more on that. So I've also got hand drum, horn, glow, Sean, songhorn, tatan or tantan, Yeah, there's a few more that I've got on mine.
I accidentally looked up enchanted instruments, but there's one I really want now, so I'm gonna look away.
Gonna save up.
You could get a kalimba. They're quite exotic.
Oh, that looks pretty cool. What about a lyre?
Yeah, those are nice.
Lyres are here. Yep.
Because I'm a little liar.
Wow.
It's suitable.
Yes, very suitable.
It's fun thing, and I think I'd look nice with a lyre.
Go for it.
Yes.
All right. I'm gonna go towards the lyres.
Mm-hmm.
Too gaudy. Too many jewels. Not enough jewels. Needs more glitter. This is tough. I'm gonna wave down somebody that works there.
Yes. How can I? What can we do for you today?
Hi. I need a lyre.
Ah, yes. We have the best of the city's lyres here. We only carry the best because we cater to the best. And if you're shopping here, hopefully you are the best. So, is there any that take your interest, your needs?
Oh, that one right there. And I'm gonna point to one above where the two little curly bits of the lyre make a little bit of a heart.
Ah, yes, the lover's lyre. It's a one of a kind, of course. Nothing here is mass produced. Everything is handmade to the highest of quality. And he calls over another staff member to get a ladder to reach the one for you, and carefully brings it down. And is that all for you today? Would you like a case that goes with it?
Oh, a case. Is it a bonus or is that paid for?
Oh, of course, it's all extra charges.
Oh, of course.
This is not a common merchant shop here.
Huh. A lyre's a bit out of my range.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any practice books or something for it?
Well, we do have the Ebon music guide, if you would like. It's got always best songs, and if you are new to an instrument, it can teach you that instrument as well.
I'm solid. I'll just take the thing, and I'll find a sheet music later.
Okay, well, then the lyre without the case, is that correct?
Mm-hmm. And wait, any sheet music?
And sorry?
Any sheet music.
And you do on sheet music. Well, as I said, we do have the Ebon sheet music. We've got that as well in stock. Recently printed, of course.
Oh, look, they got a collection of songs from the Sirens of the Realms. That's nice.
So, would you like a strap as well for the lyre?
Yeah, a strap will be fine.
Yes. I will add that to the price, and some sheet music. Is there any particular style of music that you're looking for your lyre? We do cater for a wide variety, from the bawdy taverns to the upper class.
You know what? I'm going to save the sheet music. I actually know the bookstore could probably have it. So just the lyre and the strap, please.
But the bookstores might not. The bookstore would not have Master Driscoll's favourite songs. They had more generic songs for the common people.
I'm gonna look back at our friend, my group, and just whisper, how mad would Driscoll be if I rewrote his songs?
I don't know, so you will never know unless you try it, right?
I'll take the book of Driscoll's songs.
How do we know Driscoll hasn't rewritten other people's songs?
That's also true. He does seem like a person that would not respect copyright.
Ever.
I'll take the Driscoll songs, and I'm gonna get ready to rewrite the shit out of those.
No problems.
Did you know there was a lawsuit about the opening melody to Stairway to Celestia?
So the full price, and he does look down. I'll just have to check something. Another secret GM roll. Okay, everything's slow down. Close all those. He looks down and he doesn't notice the silver dagger on the outfit, which is in this case a bonus. So the lyre. So it says, and the total cost for the lyre, the sheet book, of course, the sheet music, of course, and the strap would be 50 gold dragons in total.
50 gold.
Mm-hmm.
All right, 50 gold, and I give him 5 platinum.
And 5 platinum is 50 gold, and it's done. You've spent your money, and you have a wonderful lyre of good quality. And you do know that next time you see Driscoll, he would probably recognize it.
I'm gonna do a little twirl and start strumming the lyre. No, like actual notes, but just strumming it.
Mm-hmm. And it's like you see that from the other staff members, and especially the person that just sold you that oh my god, what have we just done? We just sold you something and you can't play.
Suckers, I can't play a lyre.
I'll try and teach a little bit.
You've unleashed a calamity upon us.
What hell hath you brought?
So I'm gonna tune the lyre to the pentatonic scale, which means it is impossible to sound bad on it. There's literally no dissonant notes in the pentatonic scale, so I'm gonna tune it to that. There you go. Now you'll sound great whatever you play.
You're no fun. I can play it. It has strings.
Yeah, but you start off.
So just gonna keep plucking at it. All right, now it's time for my main event. Let's get dressed.
Yep. Oh boy, here we go.
There it is. There we are.
Alrighty, and to the furriers we go.
To the furriers. Oh boy, that's expensive.
Oh, then let's go to a cheaper clothing store.
Wait, no, the furriers are the hat shop, isn't it?
It just says,
A furrier is a hat maker.
Oh, I thought it just said clothing, so.
Yes, clothing hat maker, furrier.
I'm not getting any clothes. Hold on. My map
you
is
need
acting
to refresh
up.
it.
Okay. Let's see. Still not getting anything.
As in, delete everything from the thing and then refresh the map for the interactive map that we're using, which is amazing. It just, the functionality when you're streaming and doing a show makes it a little bit difficult. Just as we're doing that, a shout out to the Silenscape for the audio that we're using. We're using the Dragon Heist audio set for the background. Only just in the background. There we go.
Alrighty. I know where we're going. I'm going to hail us another cab because we're going a bit farther. It's called High Trends Clothery.
Yep, and where's that?
Right, okay. I'll take your word for it.
We will see.
If you ping the map, I can try to find it.
It's all the way down near the Southern Ward.
Yep. If you ping the map on the normal map, I can try to find it on the other maps, so I can try to... Because sometimes there's little blurbs about the businesses.
It just says he's a clothing store and a business.
Okay, no problem.
Ping.
I think. It's
That's
somewhere.
totally not on the water shelf. Anyway, okay.
That's me. That's me.
It's
That's
right
me.
here. Next
Ah,
to
okay.
Hell.
That's right there.
Okay, I know that district. Because also little districts themselves are a bit different. So you take another cab. Again, it's only 2 copper each. To
And
get
while
down.
we're in the cab, I'm just going to be strumming on the lyre.
Yep.
It's a good thing it can't sound bad.
Oh, I can make anything bad if I try hard enough.
Okay. So on the way down, you do notice a shop which I don't know. Yeah, I'll move the shop. Yeah. So you go into a small little district that's, although where you're getting the armor and stuff was in an alley, this seems to be an alley filled with it's really different. Like as you enter this alley section, there's a lot of really like tightly in areas, and there's a lot of big shops, and a lot of them are adventuring shops, and there's a lot of brothels as well in the same area, and they're all closed because it's daylight. But there's quite a large number of brothels. We're talking 5, 6, 7 brothels in this small little area. But it's daytime. Everything's nothing's really open on that side of things. You see a lot of also taverns as well, and you see a large pole in the central open area of this, like the central courtyard of this area, that stands pretty much up about 30 feet, and there's nothing. There seems to be a seat or platform up the top to sit on.
Hey, Kadan, Caddy.
Yes.
As I'm passing by.
What did you need?
Okay, so don't make fun of me, but
Yes? What did you need?
I don't know what a brothel is.
A brothel.
Yeah, what are they?
Okay. I believe they're places where people look for company.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Sex, specifically.
That makes that insult a little bit weird now.
What insult?
And when he says,
I
yeah?
used to be told that I'd be lucky if I would end up in a brothel with my looks. So.
That's not a compliment.
It's not.
I really know.
But to clarify, you never know. You never know. It could be a compliment. Maybe, I don't know.
To some, but yes, just move along, sir. These are not for people like you.
You do also see another thing that actually takes your mind out, like in this area, is that one of those brothels looks like it was a temple of some part. So, and it looks like it's been bought out and turned into a brothel, which is a bit disturbing. And temple of, I believe, Tyr or Helm. At that, you can actually still see the writing underneath. But as you
Look! Get on a church! A temple!
Oh, that's not the kind of church that I go to.
Oh, we should at least pay to this. You're always so weird around other holy people.
Helm's Hall actually is the temple it was. So there's a lot of businesses here, and you get past. You find your clothing store, and it's very much adventurous clothing, very much high-end adventurous clothing, or retired adventurers clothing, as in this is when you do have the money, this is where you really want to go and look good, but still be functional.
And I'm going to tap on the side of the cart, really excited, like, guys, this is so exciting.
Oh, this is it. This is where virtue dies. Oh, this is where it ends. This is where all of it ends. When we come back here.
Caddy.
I'm just saying that my style is classic and it will never go out of fashion.
You wear a bunch of boring old blue robes that can definitely, I know you sweat under.
But that's the point. The sweat doesn't get to the front because it's so thick.
No, we're going to get you some new clothes. You look boring. You
Let's
guys,
let's just get this done. Let's just take me
You
where
match your new season to art, damn it.
So we're getting Robold a tank top.
we're going to get Robo something. I'm thinking, listen, I
And
hated your
cowboy
outfits. I've hated all of your outfits. It's bad. Robo doesn't wear a shirt. Kip looks boring like mud. Kadan, you make me sweat just looking at you. I hate your outfits. They're all terrible.
It's not about practicality, so
Yeah,
it's about tradition.
That's how you sound.
So you're attended by, as you enter, there's quite a few staff, and there's people in here already, and they're all like, there's staff attending to the people in here, and as you enter, more staff come out from the back. Young ladies who go, new customers, please come in. How can we help you today? What are we looking for? Are we looking for a new style, new outfit? Are you adventurous? Oh, we always cater for adventurers here. Oh, please. Oh, we don't worry, little ones. We have kobold outfits as well. Everything's acceptable. Yes.
Okay.
That is
Do you have robes in white or a lighter shade of white?
Don't listen to them. Don't listen to them. These guys are not in charge of their outfits today. I am. Ladies, got a lot of work to do.
Remember the deal. We have the right to say no.
And
You have the right to say no, but you're not gonna say no because I will give you more than a couple options that are magnifique.
and she claps her hands twice, and more ladies come out to help attend.
Ladies, we have a project. Boys, I need you to sit right here and sit tight. Maybe Robles can come along. The rest of you, not so much.
Yep. And as you're taken to essentially a large storeroom, and through like just rows and rows of clothes, there are comfortable seats for the gentlemen to sit on. This seems to be a almost normal practice for the gentlemen to be waiting, and you can see that happening as well in the store with the ladies doing the shopping. And and so is taken through all the outfits, and even taken out back to other outfits if what out front is not suitable.
All right, and about like 30 minutes later, what approaches you is a walking pile of clothes.
Oh, by the gods.
And that's just the ones that are carrying. There's also people behind carrying more.
It's
Alrighty, who's going to be the first victim?
Kip, I think you're the one that needs most.
Okay, sure, yeah, let's. Okay.
All right, and okay, so Kip, I've got a couple of options. No offense. You said you want to look smarter and more noble, right?
Yeah. I want people to not assume. I want people to like. I don't want people to assume I'm just I'm like most kobolds. Let's put it that way.
Alrighty, so I've gotten a few options. So first, and she's gonna show off the first outfit, which is terribly over the top. It's very flowy, it's very fancy, and the shoes with it, and it's all kobold style. But
That seems impractical. Very
you promised me you tried them.
very impractical.
You promised me you tried them on.
All right, and I start taking off the armor.
Don't get undressed here.
And
What?
the ladies are like, they shriek. It's like, no, we have changing rooms. We're
Really?
a respectable establishment. We're not like our neighbours. They operate during the night. We operate during the day. We are respectable. And some of the girls giggle
Sorry,
as if.
must be some customer accustomed to.
So,
Yeah, sure, where?
and they'll show you to small little rooms, all which are actually quite well appointed. They've got large mirrors in them, and they've got places to sit. and help you change.
I swear, these tall folk have such hang-ups. Right.
All right. And obviously, it's not going to go well.
And I come out. I assume, what's the film? There's a film where like there's a sequence like this, and they come out wearing the most ridiculous outfit. I can't remember, but yeah,
A lot of them.
this is never no. This is horror. Okay, it's not horrible. It's horrible for me. I'm not even gonna grace you with an answer to this one. And I go right back in, just take it.
One of the girls comes around with bottles of a bottle of wine and some glasses and some wine for while you wait.
Yes, that'd be lovely.
I think we're gonna need a lot of wine.
That's a red flag.
And we'll
Any place that offers wine is gonna be ridiculously expensive.
Oh no, it's on the house. It's okay. It's while you're waiting.
Mama's gonna need it. Alrighty. So
Just like a small naked red arm just pokes out from the curtains and just says, "Right, give me the other one."
And
all right. Okay, so this one is a bit more let's say something a bit more book smart. And I'm gonna hand him the second outfit, which is very robe-like, and it even comes with a set of like fake glasses to go on the bridge of his nose. It's robe on robe. It's green. It goes into like intricate patterns as it goes down. And it has an ornate little head crest that goes on top. Sort of. Whoop,
I gotta pull it in. Are you really expecting me to fight in this?
I thought you'd be doing more magic.
No, I'm supplementing my fighting with magic.
Put it on.
Do I have to?
Do you want to break my heart into a million itty bitty teeny tiny weeny whiny pieces?
I don't appreciate you using me for dress up, but fine.
Don't worry, Kadan's gonna have his turn.
Yes, more wine.
Alrighty.
I'll walk out. To be honest, I preferred fighting to the death for entertainment.
Oh, he looks fantastic. So what a great choice.
Thank you. I know it's.
You have to open up your taste for fashion. Honestly, I think this is probably the least of the ones that she brought.
Taste
you.
aside. No. I just no. It's a back and close it. You just see you go over the top.
He's a really good sport. If this would have been when we first met, he definitely wouldn't have done any of this.
I think you would have destroyed each piece of clothing as you gave it to him.
Honestly, yeah.
And not wrong.
All right, Kip. This one's the real one.
character growth. Don't we love it?
I'm gonna send him the outfit that best suits him, and it's going to be a blue turtleneck-ish shirt with some black pants and some blue spats with a nice smart brown vest in front of it. And as y'all know, this is
the one.
Outfit. I don't know how to post that to Roll20.
Bring it up.
How do you bring that into Roll20?
I can if you really want.
Yeah, go on, do it.
Yeah, let's show off the outfits. I worked hard on them.
Now I gotta try to figure. Now I gotta work it up. Give me a moment. Yeah, keep on going. I'll do. I have to just work on it.
You know, this one's all right. This one's quite nice.
Yeah, I know. I just wanted to see what you would let me put on you.
I gathered as much.
Come on out. Come on out.
I'll come out.
That looks great. Not as good as the last one, but this one still looks good.
This one I can I kind of like sort of do some stretches and like this one I can actually move in, which is quite nice.
Do you like the fur?
I do actually. It is surprisingly tasteful.
Yeah, I know it's getting colder now, so I wanted to be sure, you were warm.
Thank you. I like this one.
I'm glad you like it. All right,
There
next victim. Participants.
Hold on. Let me just take the bottle.
Can the people watching the stream see the picture?
That's the picture. Yes.
There we go.
Yep, season 2.
Season 2. We've grown. We've aged. We need glasses now to show that we've aged.
We need like little. All right, you ready, Kadan?
Right, I'll just take this off for now so we can buy it properly.
Mm-hmm. All right, ladies. Outfits 1 through 7, we might want to ditch Kip because he didn't try them on. All righty, Kadan.
All right, just give me what you need me to wear. I will wear it. I have enough. Just hand me the clothes. So just hand me the clothes.
I'm gonna first send him in with a bright purple pants, a bright orange tank top, and a I'm trying to describe this outfit. The poofiest, open-chested shirt, like those pirate shirts that are always popular.
Yep.
Very open chest, but it's just a bunch of orange.
So the lace up here, but the lace not really going to be laced up. Yes.
Yeah. Very open chest, and then a few fake piercings to go along with it, and I believe that is all I have for that first outfit.
Okay. Just putting it on. I was like, so do other earrings? They're a bit much, aren't they? They're a bit much.
Come on.
Fine.
Kadan, I had to suffer through the indignity. So do you.
I mean, I would just say that one of at least fine, whatever, and just kind of put it on. Just undo the curtain, just kind of just stand out and just kind of walk out and just. So, what?
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. This is pretty great.
It's fun from the opposite.
And again, the staff come around. Wine for yourself, young master.
Just
For
a
Kip?
little bit, thank you.
Yes.
Oh, can I have wine too, or is it not allowed while wearing outfits?
No, you're trying it on. These are the people. These are your friends. They get the wine. You get to try that on.
Can you just toss me like a bottle of something
No,
of alcohol? Wash my eyes.
He's being a baby. He doesn't.
All right. You know what? This is not me. This is not me. So my color scheme. I like to wear monochrome or either just two colors that are nice and calm. I don't like to stand out like this.
Okay,
I'm going back. I'm going back.
Tip right for you, Mr. Throw Fit, and then I'm going to go directly to the outfit of
He looks
white
like
pants,
he looks like an amazing pirate.
He looks like that's what I was going for. Kadan the pirate.
She's been too much. She's been influenced by the cults. It's too much.
Oh, you're such a big baby.
The staff member says, "Well, then them colts are dressing properly if they look like that."
Right? Okay. I'm going to send him in with a long sleeve white shirt with some white pants, black boots, a long black cape with a white trim, and one little ornate crow necklace with a little yellow ribbon tied on top.
Just kind of putting it up and just like, is this
You know what? That's actually very tasteful.
this
I'm not a You can roll up the sleeves too.
I can. I'm just kind of looking at like the clothes like this. I kind of like this. it doesn't feel heavy like my other clothes did. It doesn't make my nether regions swamp up like they usually do, and it's just it's just easier to move in. Is this how it is? Is this clothes?
This is close.
Ah, I see.
How do you feel?
Well, I feel it's more airy and more breathable, of course.
And that cape, it's black for a reason. You can use it so when you get on your knees, so no grass stains.
Oh my goodness! Oh my god! It's perfect.
I know it's perfect.
I can lay on this cape and prevent. Oh, but look at the shiny white. So look, it's so perfect. I can't get this dirty. I can't.
God.
This is too much.
So you've doomed us all.
He won't get dirty. You have prestidigitation. I'm glad you like it, Caddy. All right.
Just pushing him out of the way as he's just stunned into silence.
And these are drawings that Peach has done herself as well.
Yes.
All right. It is Rolly's turn, and he's not here to stop me from calling him Rolly.
Roly
Ooh.
poly.
So we'll skip the bits and we'll see if I can upload the image quickly.
This robot. Oh, here's just this one piece of cloth. Here you go. That's it.
It's less the cloth, it's the cape.
Hey, he's putting on a shirt and some new pants.
And the boots.
I could do.
You're gonna give Robo purple pants, right?
Yeah. I'm gonna give him purple pants, a white, loose shirt, sort of like the pirate shirt, but no sleeves, and the little cape.
I'm just doing the next one as well.
You're gonna throw him some gel and pomade for his hair too, for the top part. Just a little bit of a.
This whole episode is just for you to show off your art, isn't it?
That is true.
I wanted to show off the outfits. I was really proud of them.
I know, they're awesome. I'm okay with it. Just moving.
Nice.
So, next one for Robold. So, for Robold's character with the half cape and the cowboy boots, I think is the big thing.
Right.
You're show offish.
Yeah. Seeing Robot show off, it's just. So, are you going to get anything?
I am. All right, boys. Be prepared to be astonished, amazed.
Right.
Word.
All right. Can I get another bottle, please, for this part? I'm pretty sure it's going to be quite long.
All right.
Oh boy.
Things first. So it's going to get 2 outfits actually.
Oh boy.
You're only going to see me try on one because I already tried on the other one in private.
Wait, when?
When I was picking out outfits.
Wait, is that why you took so long?
Yeah.
Oh. I see. I didn't know you were shopping for yourself while you were... Okay, just show us the outfit, so. What is it?
She's going to bust out of the changing room a green jacket that's very actually plain looking for so. A white shirt, off yellow really, and a blue skirt. What's covering every little facet is she has a ribbon on her tail, a couple of ribbons in her hair, finally pulled back out of her face, and some nice sensible boots.
There you go.
Oh, that looks much...
Oh, wow.
That's much less... Yeah.
And although I've seen all the others, except for Karan, yeah, that's a new one. I haven't seen that one.
It's just in a different pose.
Yeah.
Usually show off the other. And you guys want to see something cool?
Sure.
What? Yeah, sure.
My hands in the pockets of the jacket and flail it out just a little bit. There's a very, very ornate pattern on the inside that's a bit of a shimmering fabric with a bunch of other little hidden pockets in it.
What is that?
What is that?
It is the jacket of pockets. It has so many pockets. I can fit so much stuff in here, you guys.
Oh, so this is for your This is why you said you were above pickpocketing now, because you just have so many pockets of your own.
Well, I mean, that wasn't the plan, but now it is.
A quick question. So, just one quick question. Was this all planned? Did you send ahead for all of this? Because it seems to me that these were all pretty custom made. Look at Kip. Look at Kip. He looks fantastic. I don't think this was just some luck of the draw. Was this? Did you plan on getting this before even we left Waterdeep, or was this just kind of?
Is this the biggest coincidence? Just
the biggest coincidence ever.
Oh, the biggest coincidence that she has to go, or that
she needs to deliver. She's just role playing really hard, and she just runs to the background.
They just happen to have these drawn up as well, and find these outfits.
Just. Nope, she's muted.
I can't hear you.
Nope,
muted.
she's muted.
you're muted.
All right, Kadan, the answer to that is actually very simple.
What is the answer?
You know, it's simple.
I see. So you're describing the answer. You're just not giving me it.
All right, I'll tell. This is spontaneous.
Really?
Yeah.
100%. Oops.
I look at the workers and just like, spontaneous, yes. Oh.
This is the first time we've ever met, is it not?
It's the first time we met, right, ladies?
Yes, of course.
Can you tell? I can't tell.
I am going to choose to believe you.
You guys, I was totally scared about coming into Waterdeep before this.
I feel that I feel you would overcome your fear of coming to Waterdeep. Would definitely be squashed by your excitement to dress up Kip.
Desire to embarrass us.
Exactly. But you know what? This is good. I honestly, a change of pace is nice. We've a lot of heavy things have been happening. So we almost died last week, obviously. So new year, new me.
We always die almost every week.
That is true.
That is true.
I'm glad you guys like the outfits. I'm glad we could have this, you guys. I'm really.
Of course.
Yeah.
It is really nice. Quick question: How much?
We wouldn't be alive to see this.
We're alive now. We almost didn't make it so, actually. So, it's a good thing we're here together. To see us.
All right, let's go buy these outfits.
Yes, that was the thing. How much is this going to cost?
Ladies?
And they start totaling up. And they're going through the figures and they're talking to the other ladies and whatnot. And to say, well, that would be a total of... And now I've got to try to figure that out. 150 gold dragons for the 5 outfits. I'm assuming Thervain and Robolds as well, yes.
We are
150. I can
offer one harbor moon.
That's 30 each.
It's 30 each. Nothing.
Guys, we have harbor moons.
It's fine. It's nothing. I'd rather pay for my own, at least for now.
Are you sure? We can use one of the harbor moons.
Can we? We should. I feel that we should at least keep a couple of harbor moons.
Yeah, this is just one of them, and then I'll pay for the rest.
Are you sure?
Yeah, this is my gift for you guys.
That's very, very generous of you. Thank you.
Very generous. So, thank you.
No problem. I'm gonna do 1 harbor moon, which is 100, and then 5 more platinum pieces.
Yep.
I'll make the money back. Don't worry.
Oh, that's what the pockets are for. Yes.
I'm sure you will.
Yes, that's what the pockets are for. For filling them with other people's belongings.
If they fall into the pocket, it didn't really get stolen, did it? It fell.
Yeah, that's a
gravity.
weird way of moraling it, but okay.
it's gravity. They fell out of the pocket into another pocket. It's how it works.
It's just how it works.
So's totally grown on Kadan. Ward will be
All
proud.
right.
It's been a bit of a crypto clear.
We've It's just too many things to say no to. Eventually, we have to start saying yes. All right. Where's our next adventure heading? Where are we going?
Drinking!
What was that?
Drinking.
Drinking.
Oh god, yeah, that again.
All right. Fine. Let's do this.
As you walk out and go drinking, and you notice, hold on, you just turn, and right in front of you, only 2 doors down, is a temple to Leah, the temple of feasting, drinking, and festivities. Right there.
Oh. So don't move. There's a place that we can explore liquor. It's just over there.
May I make a suggestion?
Yes.
We drop all this stuff off where we're staying, including this really heavy book, before we go out and flash.
All right.
That's probably a good idea.
Just number 3Z's. Let's go tavern hopping.
Well, let's drop off the stuff at least first, so we don't,
We'll drop off our stuff, most of our gold, and let's go tavern hopping. I promise I'll come back with more money than we start with.
Wait, what? How? All right, let's find a place. All right, you two have been here more than I have.
Aren't we staying at home? Not home,
With
but
The Silver Daggers.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, if they will let us stay, then yes.
Yes.
Drop off all our stuff there.
You know that there's rooms there, and they said to drop off your stuff there earlier, as if you're staying there, and the others are put up in the guest house as well. So there's enough rooms for you easily.
Alrighty. This whole time we've been traveling, anybody? Did I see anybody familiar?
No, the city has probably over 1 million people in it. It is massively big.
All right. As the night goes on, so is put less and less of her guard up.
Yep.
Until it's just not there.
I will ask, where are you tavern hopping? There's the Sea Ward.
There's a place called the Great Drunkard.
Well, the Great Drunkard's actually a living statue.
Oh, of course.
So the Great Drunkard is actually a giant statue of a drunkard, but there's also a tavern underneath it.
Ooh. Alrighty. So what I'm thinking, we go to the porthole inn.
Yes, we should start our journey at the crawl at the portal, and then we'll make our way around.
The Great Drunkard. I've been studying the bars. We'll go to every bar that this place has. Every tavern.
I don't think that's going to be possible.
Physically? No.
As you say that while walking down the street, one of the two dwarves just look at each other and like, light rates and keep walking off.
Oh, I assume Robot will not take that slight.
No, Robot understands that there's
I'll
a
just
lot of
call out,
taverns.
of course I am. You see how big I am.
Okay, so Robalt's going to be our designated, because he can handle his alcohol a bit better than us. He's going to be our designated matchman. That way Kadan can get absolutely shit-faced.
I will plan to not plan tonight. That's fine.
Let it all go. Let it all go. This is our fun time.
All right, let's do this. Let's jump it off and let's go.
We're not gonna die. No cults. No people who need saving. No orcs. No farmers. No bar Dryden. Just fun.
No bar Dryden. No bar Dryden.
You don't mention that.
All right.
I'm just going to point out to those watching, for the Waterdeep campaign, I used the interactive map to mark the map itself. So every little red dot on the map you see is a tavern. And so for that campaign, we went through a lot of taverns. And as soon
Jesus
as
Christ, that's a lot of taverns.
Yeah, so every time I marked, every time they needed to go, I'm going to the tavern, they could see it on the map itself. I will say the session after I marked everything on the tavern, they hit the taverns about 200% more than what they did beforehand, just because they're now marked on the map. So the first thing they want to do here, well, now they've got a map with taverns, is hit the taverns and all of them.
Let's stay around the north and ward. Castle Ward is going to be absurdly expensive, and the Dock Ward is going to be dodgy as hell and dangerous.
Do you want to stay North Ward?
We should stay in the Trade Ward.
You want to stay
Trade Ward?
I'm
thinking
the Trade Ward. Go ahead.
No, the Sea Ward has quite a few.
All right. My only thing is, let's not go to the upper of the North Ward, please.
Yes, okay. But even if we do go to the Castle
Yeah.
Ward, just let's not. The Dock Ward is dodgy as hell.
All right, we'll stay away from there. We'll go to the Sea Ward and maybe go down past the Castle Ward to the Yawning Portal at some point.
Yeah, that sounds like a plan to me.
So Sea Ward's certainly got a lot of taverns in the area, and they're close by to where you are. So if you do end up being a lightweight, you can at least crawl home fairly easily.
All right.
So
How many cons do you need to make?
How many consays?
Yeah.
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 2, 3,
Let's see
4.
who gets hit first.
There's only
Let me,
10 taverns. So wait, 11, 12. There's ones further up the gate. I'm assuming you're not going to take the ones further up the gate to the north. You're just going to hang around the central area of the Sea Ward initially. So we'll start with 5, and they'll increase in value. I will ask though, are you going to the Temple of the Tower of Luck?
Yes.
The Tower of
What
Luck.
is that?
The Tower of Luck is not a tavern as such, but it is totally a gambling house. It's also the Temple of Timora, the God of Luck.
If we do, I'm not going to gamble. I'm just going to let So do whatever she wants because she's good at that kind of stuff.
I'm going to gamble my life away the moment
gonna
I get a
gamble.
drink in my belly.
If you do mention gambling your life away while there, they said this is probably not the place to do that. Try the Field of Triumph.
Gamble. Money is my life.
Yeah.
If I'm being
I like
totally
it.
honest, I'd rather not go to the Field of Triumph
Yeah.
just because it's got
All right.
not very nice jewelry.
Alright, let's do this. I'm going to take off my necklace just so that
You can
Yeah.
drink water.
You got that thing. I am going.
You might need that.
only 50 gold with me.
I don't remember what my con was before my necklace was though. It didn't update automatically.
I think it may have been
What?
15 or 16.
15? Okay. I don't know. I think it was 3. So
Yeah.
I think it was 15.
I believe sobriety is the word you're looking for, Karsh.
Right.
I can't spell that one
That's
either.
good. Alright, I believe in all of us. Let's start our first drinking contest.
All right.
I-
How many con saves are we doing, Karsh?
I'm just going to say, for this to be fair, I'm having half pints, okay? I'm half
fine.
your size. So
Whatever
that's,
you say, have to wait. And
You're
I'm
much stronger than I am. I'm taking off my necklace. Taking it off. Put it in my pocket.
And if Ward was here, he'd be what, having yard glasses? That's not how it works.
Yeah, what would we have in horseshoes? Just literally just those shoes, the glass shoes of just.
Yeah. So it'll end up being about 5 con saves. We'll start at 10, and we'll increase by 2 every time
Okay,
okay.
throughout the night.
that's at 5.
And this is a night's drinking. We'll see how many taverns you end up going, essentially.
Before like having to go home.
Yeah, or be dragged home. Yeah.
What is this? There's a game that plays like this. It's a board game. I play it all the time. It's called the Red Dragon something. It's a D&D drinking game. Hold on.
The
That
red
can't be
dragon.
See what
good.
it is. Red.
Rated E for everyone. That's it.
Oh boy.
Yeah, it's the Red Dragon Inn. It's
I've heard of it. Yeah.
yeah, it's a
I've
tabletop
actually heard it,
game
yeah.
where you're like a bunch of like mythical characters, and you're either supposed to get the other players drunk, lose all their gambling money, or just drunk, lose all their money, or die.
Okay, so it looks like we've got an interesting giveaway. If I can find and track one of those down, we'll possibly do a giveaway on stream later.
Red Dragon Inn. Let's do it.
Super fun. On Tabletop Simulator if you got it.
The last conscious adventure with gold wins the game. All right, let's do this.
Okay,
Right.
so one at a time, everybody.
All
1,
right.
2.
3.
And place your bets in chat. Actually, I probably could set up one of those.
Oh, we're good. We're good.
Oh, we're good. We're so good.
I have the best con, so I'm fighting my chance.
Yeah, so good. All right, first tavern. We just go in. We buy a quick round. Just pound it
Easy.
back and easy. Nothing. We're just like, you know what? Let's just do another round.
Oh, that was
We just-
too easy. Next bar.
Next bar. We do about 3 to 4 rounds there.
That's 2 bars in itself. So every roll is every 2 bars that you're drinking in.
Oh, so do 5 checks. Okay.
Yeah,
Makes sense.
10 bars, 5 checks. And this is just the seaward. If you were going to the docks, you would have been so screwed.
Keep an eye on your valuables, okay?
All right. It sounds yes.
There is a
definitely.
lot of guards in the area. There's a lot of like foot traffic. It's not a big party area, but there's a lot of people walking the streets. And you also notice like on many of the corners, there's like a guard post, like a little guard box with a guard just waiting there to be fetched. So
Oh, I know how easy it is to get arrested in this campaign. But so wants to feel.
So yeah, so that's 2 bars down, and let's see which bars were they were going to be.
How long does Bless last for?
10
Bless.
minutes.
Bless lasts for a minute.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, unfortunately, Bless will not work.
It's not gonna help.
All right.
Kind of cheating though, wouldn't it be? So that would be the Sink and Silth,
There's
and
no cheating in this place.
the Sink and Silth and the Fiery Flagon are down. We're now at the Daces Inn.
All right.
All right, you guys ready?
3,
2,
yeah, 3.
1.
go.
So up to 12s here.
Oh no! Oh
Oh,
dear.
feels so good to drink. Oh, feels so good to lose. Look over at everyone else.
So at the Daces Inn, everyone's pretty bad. Kip's looking okay, but So's just going between the Daces Inn and the Magarons Inn. So's just really lagging behind and just hard, like stumbling and just leaning on things and starting to talk to herself, and like there's an argument somewhere, but she's not actually talking to anyone. She's just seeming to argue with somebody. She gets to the door of the next one, and like you go in, you get your next round. Kip, that's when it starts to hit you, and Kanan just looking like, where did So go?
So, where is she? Where she go?
Oh, well, we lost her.
Where'd she go? Where'd she go?
You walk out the front. You walk out the front, and she's leaning against not the door, but a window, which she thinks is a door, and she's trying to grab at something to open it.
So.
Yeah.
Here, come over here. Come over here. Come to me. Come to me.
Oh, I'm sorry. And I'm gonna walk to him.
Yeah. So honestly, you don't look too good. So I'm gonna give you some guidance.
Oh my god, you renamed it.
All right. So
Oh,
choose the blood.
So
Guide.
I'll let you go to another inn with the guidance.
Guidance. And so is a giggling mess, and she's just okay. I know it's really funny, but they really think my name. It's really not though, but it's so funny. It's hilarious. I don't know.
Just drink so. Just drink so. You wanted this. This is your fault. You want this.
This is your idea. You got to see it through.
I'm gonna see it through. Let's do it.
All right, 3, 2, 1. Huh.
Woo!
You know,
Good
so
night.
I told you so.
Oh, somebody had a whoopsies.
Is someone using inspiration here? Will?
No, I was not using inspiration. No, it was just automatically rolling advantage.
Okay. I was just wondering that one.
It was just automatically on advantage. I would not use inspiration this one. I want to fail.
Yep. Well, does anyone want to describe all this? Because this is getting, yeah.
Stay ugly.
So sobering up just a little. She got some water with what she was drinking. She's looking at her friends, and she's wearing the biggest grin on her face, just watching them.
I don't think I'm.
Stay up! Wake up! Brush up on, put some makeup.
What?
There he is. Patty, how you doing?
Xbox. Just
This is
reach in-
really bad.
I could do it. So just
Alright.
face down on the floor. Just reach into my breast pocket, get my necklace, and put it on me.
I'm gonna put his necklace on him.
Longer. Just a little bit longer. Just one more.
One more
Keep going.
bar.
The Wandering
Come on.
Remick is the next part.
3, 2, 1.
We had some wrong.
It's reversed.
Okay.
Yeah,
I've started to get sober this time.
just. Yeah, the foods are now agreeing with you.
Oh,
Where are we?
both of you
Where are we
look
going?
dreadful. Robot, could you help? I can't carry these two.
Robol's not there.
Not that.
You guys are here.
He was
Oh,
our
no, okay.
designated. He was our
Oh, yes.
designated cabber.
Yes, Robol's your designated driver, yes. So Robot will drag you across to the...
Technically, so was the only one doing terror, and Kadan had a nat 20, didn't he?
No.
Nope. Got a 20, but... So thankfully, the next bar, the Pilgrim's Rest, is just across the road, and Robold's doing a lot of carrying of people.
Right. One last one. Last one.
Hold
Come
on,
on.
hold on. Let me just put some stuff. Hold on. Okay, you can do this. Cut on. You got this.
All right. 3, 2, 1. Huh.
And
I think that's all of us.
there's some fails, yeah. That would have been the
All of
hardest
us.
of the lot. Yep.
All of us are shit faced.
Yeah, I think it's over.
So you wake up in the morning. You wake up in the morning. You can smell puke somewhere in the room. You hear noises from underneath you.
I will say at some point, If Kip vomited, he pretended to be a dragon while doing it.
Jesus.
So said a name while she was really drunk. But everyone else was way too drunk to remember it, so it's all good.
Yeah, just Kadan just on the bed, just wiping off the vomit from his white, just trying to keep clean, but it's just.
I'll use
And you can hear banging outside. And you hear music and banging and raucous cheers and laughter.
I need to pray. So can someone take me to the? I need to pray. Put me on my knees.
Is this like a regular custom for you, like humans, tieflings, whatever? Is this a normal custom?
It only happens when we're really depressed. So yes, very common.
Second
First we get poisoned. Are we sure we haven't been poisoned again? Do we need to go see a cleric?
I'm going to pray real quick. I walk over and kind of stumble over to like a drawer, and I start praying to change my spells. I just need this one spell.
Oh shit! I need it.
How much money? Did I get any more money than I got? I ended up with?
Can you do a persuasion, deception, or sleight of hand? I will say there's consequences for failing a sleight of hand. This is the gambling beforehand.
Persuasion, performance, or sleight of hand?
Yes.
Deception.
Yeah, deception.
I'll do
Persuasion, deception, or sleight of hand.
I should be better at deception.
Yeah.
I am good at persuasion. I'll do persuasion.
Okay. So this is your gambling beforehand. So you actually end up, even when you spent a huge night drinking, and you've been spending not just money on yourself, but you started spending money on other people as well throughout the night. The drunker you get, the bigger your tips, the bigger the shouts for everybody else, and the more expensive the alcohol for everybody else. You still end up with about 38 gold of bits and pieces in your pockets. And when I say pockets, I mean they're throughout all of the little pockets that you now have. The little bits, and there's little bits of coin as well.
If we ever made it to the Temple of Lyre, Kadan would have gambled for sure.
Yeah.
If we ever made it, is the question.
We made it.
To the Temple of Luck, the Tower of Luck.
Yeah, the Tower of Luck.
This is the Tower of Luck beforehand. This is the at some point in the evening you were there. So
yeah, okay. Then I would have gambled, just straight up gambled.
Persuasion, deception, or sleight of hand.
Persuasion, deception. Persuasion is what I'm going for then.
Yeah. This is to like persuade people. Oh no, I've got a better hand than I have, or like this is
16.
Yep, 16.
I don't know why it's doing that.
You would have ended up with probably about 12 gold.
Yeah, pretty good.
I'm assuming you're not blowing a lot of money, otherwise.
Oh yeah. I threw platinum down. I threw platinum down the first time we went in there, and I barely made above.
Just dropped a half.
It really hurts right now to smile, but I remember.
I prayed. I think we're good. Come to me, my children.
We're already here.
I pray. All right. I go over to the other people, and I cast Lesser Restoration. I cast Lesser Restoration again, and then I cast it again on the three of us. And I look at I was like, all right. I'm not sure if that helped anything, but I hope it did. And I just go back to lay down.
That's a lot.
So much.
That's a lot of spells.
Okay, it doesn't hurt to smile anymore. So can I say, I don't know if I'm the only one who remembers this, but one time Kip threw up and he made a dragon sound. Yeah.
No, he was breathing fire. No, he was using his spell to breathe fire. I remember this. He breathed fire into someone's face, and that person said, "Ow, that burns."
I don't know a spell of breathe fire.
You threw up. Oh God, what did I do last night?
I don't remember much of anything, to be honest.
There's the sound of a festival parade outside the doors.
Oh, fantastic.
The window.
I would like to install blackout curtains.
There's floats going past with bright colours and decorations. There's ribbons being thrown. There's colourful paper being thrown, and
I'll peek out the window. What's going on?
It's just a festival. It's a common thing going through the streets of this district. You can't even pick what deity or what the festival's about. It's just loud.
I'm gonna take a look at where the sun is in the sky.
It's pretty high.
Oh God, we stepped in.
Yeah. Rolled in the corner says, "I thought you better wake up when you needed to. I didn't want to wake you up and get another projectile on me."
Oh, so
sorry.
And so as the windows are open now as well, a strange event comes through. A bird flies through the window, and it's looking around the room. It flies towards So, and then stops, and then flies back towards So, then stops, then changes its direction, and then goes towards Kip. And the bird itself is strange because it's not actually a bird, but rather a piece of paper folded into the shape of a bird. But it's flying, just like a bird would fly, and it lands on Kip's shoulder.
Huh?
Can I
get that bird out of here?
Can I grab it?
Yeah, you can see just from the piece of, like, it's a piece of paper folder, but you can see there's writing on the paper. You can see that through the folds.
I will unfold it.
It's addressed to everyone, but it starts with addressed to So, and then it says Kip, Kadan, Robot, and it's got everyone. But the problem with a magic device when you need to have someone's name is if you don't have the right name and keep changing your name, it has problems finding So.
Makes sense.
Sorry, but that's kind of a thing. So it went to the next person, which was Kip. It says, we had a little event last night. You may want to come back to the compound and just, like, sign the door, Daggers.
Are we not home? Are we not at the compound? Where are we?
Where are we?
You're still at the tavern.
Oh no.
Oh.
Thankfully, it has rooms. I wasn't going to carry you all back.
We didn't make it up. Oh, okay, we didn't make it outside. Is this the 10th tavern? Did we make it to the end at least?
No.
I don't remember what happened after the second tavern.
Yeah, this is about the 5th.
The 5th. 50% of the way. That's pretty good.
We'll
get it next time.
You're throwing up on the second one.
Let's. It's time to get up. It's time to get up. Let's get out of here.
Let's go back to the place.
Yep. So as you head back to the place, you head back through the streets are really, really crowded now. It's totally different from what it was from yesterday. There is a procession going through. It actually blocks some of the streets, so you have to take back streets and whatnot. You're really close, but it takes you a lot longer than it should be because of the having to get around this festival route, which essentially is where you are, and you have to get around that. But it only takes you about half an hour to an hour to get the short distance because you have to get around the festival, and you're met with Garrick at the door waiting for you.
Oh, hello there. Sorry, we had a bit of a interesting night last night.
Yes, so did we. Had a little bit of an incident with Penrod.
Penrod.
Yeah, Penrod and Caitlin. Your friends that you brought in. He took them for an adventure.
What?
Yeah. His broken into our vault. Every time we move the keys, he always finds them. He broke into the vault. Took pretty much... Well, they're okay. Well, I'm sure they're okay. He's taken pretty much all our best weapons and armor and whatnot. And he's also taken our tokens. So
Wait. Who took that? Penrod
and Caitlin.
Took the stuff.
Well, he took our stuff, or took the dagger stuff. But the concerning part is he took the tokens, which is essentially for adventuring parties, you have to buy tokens to go into Undermountain, and that's what he's taken.
Oh no!
So
okay.
the whole idea of you pay a gold coin to Durnan at the yachting portal, well, that gold coin's a gold token, which only not everyone can have, and there's a cost to it, so people just don't get slaughtered.
So you're saying that they went down to Undermountain, is what you're saying? With all the kids went down.
All the young ones. But as I said, look, Penwood can take care of himself.
It's been a day since those kids came from Redlock.
Yep. Penwood can take care of himself. Caitlin, she's scary, and from what we've seen taken, she's got my sword, and it's... How can I put it? It's the poison is so powerful on that damn bloody sword that you need a ring, and he holds up his hand to protect you against poison, because it will kill the wearer. But she's probably given that to one of her bodyguards. So they've also stolen my bow, and they've stolen all the potions of giant strength as well, so they can use my bow. They've gone through, taken some of the dragon armor. They're equipped. They're still going to be in danger, though.
No, they're just kids, so...
Yeah.
We should go and get that.
Yeah, we should... Has anyone gone after them yet? Cydric?
We only just found out about it. We're still inventorying what they've taken and what's stolen, but we were trying to get in contact with you. Look, we can go find them. We can get them. We've got the abilities to. We could hire other people, but if you want these people to follow you, and it looks like from what we hear, that's all they've been talking about, it may be best for you to actually save them, because otherwise they won't look up to you anymore. They'll just move that attention to somebody else.
But what if we just say we were really hungover and then they're saved? What about that?
We'll do it.
Yeah, we'll do it.
Use three spell slots.
If you're hungover, I'm sure, like he says, look, if you're hungover, and trust me, I've been there before, we'll get Cydric to cast some lesser restorations to help you out.
No, it's ready. We're good. Is Cydric here? Can he come with us at least? Or is he busy? It is his sister.
Look, if I was to rely on either Cydric or Caitlin, I would actually want Caitlin at my back. She's scary. She's far more powerful than he is.
Well, I thought she went down with Penrod.
She may only be 12 or 14, but she's more powerful than Cydric is. She's scary.
Oh, boy.
Wait. No, I thought... sorry. I thought Caitlin and Penrod went down with the Redlark kids.
Yes, Caitlin and Penrod have gone down, yes. Cydric...
Okay. I'm asking if Cydric would come with us to save his sister.
As I said, we can send him down with you, but he may not be paying attention. They may not follow you if you have help.
So it's just us three then, or us five.
Five.
Is there?
That's fine. Can Cydric at least be at the top of the yachting portal in case anything bad happens? I may be spending all my spells to try and save the kids.
Yep.
We'll
and
hey, wait, did Thervain go drinking with us?
Thervain had other things to deal with.
Thervain's put in his, well, Thervain was only here temporarily helping you out, and he's gone his own way, and yes.
He's gone?
Yes.
Oh.
So he, unfortunately, yes, he's had other things and other interests, but he was only here temporarily. So maybe Thervain is old, or Thervain is an elf, so he may come back. You never know. They try not to concern themselves with lesser.
He is like a breeze in the wind. He does come and go whenever he pleases. So we'll see him again.
That's a very elf way of behaving.
But,
Well, I'm gonna miss that nihilistic fortune cookie.
Yep. Well, we'll see him. I wish he at least said goodbye, but you know, elves be elves, man.
It's kind of Thervain not to say goodbye. You know what he'd say? Goodbyes are just a temporary hello, or something like that. I don't know.
that does sound like what I heard he said, but yeah, it's we can give you access to the vault to pick up some stuff, but I will say Penrod pretty much left all the junk. So healing potions, they took quite a few. They left some, burned some of the lesser powerful magical weapons.
Yes. Yeah. Let's go inside. Let's see what we can use, and use it to go help the kids at least. But I do recommend for all of you to at least stay in the Yawning Portal till we come back, because if we go down to save the kids on our own, that's fine. But we may come back up with kids nearly dead, or dying, or even dead. So as long as Cydric or someone else that can help us transfer them to one of the temples would be good.
We can do it.
Yeah, we can do it. That's fine.
And essentially you can get a +1 magical weapon of your choosing.
Oh, okay.
To help,
+1 magical
and a +1 magical armor or ring of your choosing.
Oh my goodness.
For this.
For us to keep.
Well, this is for this. Believe me,
I lost it in the Yawning Portal.
Believe me, in Undermountain, you may need some things that have magic on them.
A ring.
Yeah. So armor or a ring, like a +1 ring of protection, or an armor of +1.
Oh, what's the ring of protection?
But we will end it now. We'll end this here now. Before we get into some danger, and you can think about some things, and I may try to find a small item list of other things to select.
Danger zone.
I'll take the ring of protection.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say.
I'll take the ring.
Yeah. So we'll end it here, and we'll. So you have a week to try to figure out what you want, and this is a. Well, you did say like doing magical shopping. Well, I already had this up my sleeve of, like not a magic shopping, but access to some of the stores.
Oh shoot!
Makes sense.
We skipped it while we were at the music thing, but can I say I bought arrows?
Yes.
We were talking about it. We were talking about it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Actually, they do have arrows left here. It's all good.
I'll take those arrows when we get there.
You also see arrows made out of metal, sitting in the corner. And if you questioned, Garrick says, "Yeah, that's for my bow." They took all they could carry, but they left most of them.
Ooh.
Yeah.
We're ending this episode right now.
Yep. So I'll get a list of magic items as well, of pretty much low range ones to choose from.
Yeah.
On top of just like a +1 weapon and things like that as well. And I'll get that to you through the week, and you can pretty much pick between what you like. And because there's so few really good like item lists that I find. I struggle with them. Yes, Stormcaller, sorry I was on the wrong screen, but yes, Vomit Weapon Breath is horrifying. That's totally a horrifying thing. Although Dragon brought like there is a in Pathfinder a drink where you drink it and then spit out dragon breath for like concurrent rounds for dragon breath. But so we'll do our finishing now, and this has been a huge heavy roleplay session. Thank you, Peach, for running this session for me. Like, I really appreciate it.
Exactly what she was here for.
Hi. So got what she wanted, and so did I.
An episode just about you and So.
I got my shopping episode, which is always important to have, where, for the characters, it's a beach episode, basically.
You've been wanting this since December, I believe. So it's been a long, long time.
Think of Avatar: The Last Airbender. I think the episode was called Tales of Boston Say, or they just, went around and did whatever they wanted for a while.
Yeah. So we'll do our outros. Will?
Oh, of course. My name is Will. I play Kadan, the Human Grave Cleric. I hope everyone enjoyed today. Everyone needs a drunk episode. Everyone needs a beach episode. Everyone needs a shopping episode. This was all of that. So I hope it was enjoyable.
Yeah. Sky?
Good to finally unwind. Definitely this was needed. And going on Undermountain next week. Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
I'm happy I bought all my stuff.
Peach?
It was a nice episode, very fun. Our least tense episode yet, and I find that hilarious.
Yeah. I think the last time we had an unwind episode was after the Necromancer. So now I get to throw you at the wolves again. Awesome.
Oh boy.
Just a shout out to a sad farewell to have Leah leaving. Unfortunately, whoops. Okay. So unfortunately, her drink. So her work commitments have changed schedules, which means that she's no longer going to be joining us and able to play with us. She's been amazing. She took up a temporary position when Ninjarvo had some family issues going on where he had to care for people, and that temporary position became more permanent. And unfortunately, she's having to move on for work. She's always welcome back. She's done amazing. Thervain was amazing. Her role-playing style has been great, and just jumped in and ran with everything. And those first episodes was such heavy role-playing. It was so great to watch and play with and be around. So, yeah, we've got Sirenscape for the audio, which has been great. We're using... I don't even know if we had D&D... No, we didn't even have D&D Beyond switched on today. So, whoops, sorry about that. But we are starting to use that. Next week, we're going to have Session 0 for our Rise of the Goblinoids campaign. That'll be on Monday night, USA time. For me, it's Tuesday mornings. And we're going to have, of course, Children of the Marsh on Tuesday night, USA time. And this is Wednesday night, USA time. So, yeah. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for joining. Thanks for the donations and the follows and everyone. And 100 bits for New and Light. And Stormcaller, thank you for the follow. And we've also had Cyrus follow as well, I think overnight when we were offline. So I think that's about everything. Oh yeah, and
very much.
Peach, thank you so much for the art that we got to show off.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's really cute. It's really nice.
That was more fun for me than anything.
Yeah. So Peach, you can find her at Frogget Chair. Yeah, at Frogget Chair on Twitter. Where she does art stuff, and Sky Blue Shinks at Twitter, SoundCloud, etc., etc.
Yep. I'm working on an album.
Ooh, that's the first I've heard of that.
Okay.
Awesome.
I've been writing it for 5 years, and I'm now only starting to finish it.
Wow, that's a lot of work.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's us. This is the Rusty Daggers. Thank you, everybody. It's been great. So if you're looking for combat, it's going to be next week.
Till next time.
Yeah.
All combat. All
All
combat.
combat. All the time.
I used 3 spell slots. Why did I use 3 second level spell slots? They're all gone now.
It's okay.
Congratulations.
It's okay. It happens. It happens.
It
I
happens.
try to set those situations up. So as we are in Undermountain, we'll use the Yawning Portals Matrim 3 strings because that's where we are. So that's our outro. So we are going to play that. There we go. And have a look at the credits for all the links and everything that we use. So bye.
Bye.